twitwam ne enko
Tuesday, the 26th of November 2024. 25 minutes gone past 1600 hours. A pretty late start, but still, we are here. Live on our 24 radio, our Brabapa radio, as well as our 24 radio GH with another edition of Bamaso. Streaming live on Facebook at 24 radio stroke TV and YouTube at 24 radio. On X at 24 radio as well. My name remains Papa Smiley. And we are here to carry on with what we love best, and that is to figure out what we need to do in order to make Ghana a very beautiful place. Around here, we come to the understanding that we are the very Ghana we talk about every now and then. So, if we are the very Ghana, that means we need to be able to put on the table that which would cause Ghana to become a very beautiful place. This does not need rocket science to understand. So it's all about our personal development, working on ourselves at all cost to be co-creators of that beautiful Ghana, and not just that, to become catalyst that would also support others to be able to express the Ghana within them. As simple as that. Here, we have nothing against our secondary identities. They are needed. In fact, they let us know the various capabilities that life is coded within us. Yes, we have varying capacities in varying frequencies, in varying vibrations, and in varying energies as well. So we are all from the same source, but in varying forms. So our secondary identities are needed. However, those secondary identities are to help us celebrate our primary identity. So in the context of what we do here, our secondary identities, you can look at them at as we've been members of one party, being of one religious set, we being of this tribe. That in fact is quite a lot. However, we all have to figure out a way with which we'll be able to bring all these identities together and to make Ghana a very beautiful place. That is what brings us here. So if you are here for the first time, I will welcome you to Bamaso. Stick and stay, and let us all together work on ourselves to make Ghana a very beautiful place. And she has no kasi the emu dona the emu api enkoma. Baby I will be as am pempensi will feed another A24 radio and Abrabapa radio. A24 radio GH inso ya jumadien e twegu ho den. Ya ba ha ne aba. Ya beto ato adwene ya hwede ya wosi etumi yo. Ema o my Ghana fa ne ntoma pefra. Inti ya piem wa haide na kire se ya party ntare na ahobrase ne ani die kwan so. Ya wura tugu awi. Ya wura gu ba bi kra. Ya mami Theodosia oku. Ya mami bo modin ajama ye no mum ne ye hye. Ya ma wiase nyina hu ne se ye dogana ene pankutu nso ne ye pe ede ama saa wo mai konkro no. Aha. De yenim ne Ghana. Ya chance di aka nyina ehun hia pa nemum ehun be hia ewo bra etumi aboa ama yatimi ede ahyehye ya chance di akase ne yie nti se okwa sori we udom ku we usum we mu udom party we say wuku school we say wo ya adwuma we say ni nyina eye secondary identities nti ewo say ya ni nyina akabom ni ya de hwehwe se de be ya ma o my Ghana akonanim enun tini aba ha no eka ho bi papa how will we able to use all those secondary identities to make Ghana a very, very beautiful place. And no anything ya bahasi. Nti akwesi ebo ball no. Your defenders were ho, your strikers were ho, your goalkeeper were ho. See, I dare goalkeeper beat me aye in his corners no. Oh, striker no ntimi nye. Goalkeeper no beat me in his ass or ball ni mu ho, right? O de o pa o ye striker kujina goalkeeper no field ho no ma na fa on sa ka ball no ho. A different ball game. So what I say? Should I say no. We are working in varying forms, varying capabilities, varying strengths, and you see varying frequencies as well. The mom ni na ka bom say ebema say football de no ebema yet me win game no. Nti o my Ghana so sa ni na ka bom say de ebe ya e betimi ama o my Ghana akonkan. Nti men fight against your secondary identities. Nemum seek to be able to figure out a kwanya obetimi afa those identities na ama my Ghana akonanim. And so one hunu na akoso ahwehwe ochuna onsabeka. Why? Enu ntini abaha. Enu enti ani abaha sei. Say yebema oman no etimi akonanim. Ni nyina gina yen so me ene wo so. Enti obaye ho aduro na ho aye den no etimi aye channel na o my Ghana ye yo afa mu apie no enye no nko a na wo wa ama afoforo nso atumi ehu ekwan pa no na o nso afa so he de tie bia no se de ya o ka na o say we are in this together. Say man ye you say nye you me and you we all dey inside. And o say country broke all country no broke we all dey inside. Sa na o ka na me boa. You see when you take it on a bigger picture, whatever happens in any part of this earth, was affects us. Maybe I will be it affects you. That is the beauty of it, and that is why you can't watch them. You can't one way or the other say mind your own business. Hey, mind your own business. You see. Let's look at it this way. Mami bi ni papa bi ana omo ko share dem sani abontin so sedua so ana omo ko ye omo bibi ana abrantie bi ye frɛ no ayi ata anya sa na omo frɛ ata ayi ana sese ha ana ofa mu ana obaye. Now ata ayi went through several things in his life. Finally ata ayi ebe am roba kese pa ewo nkran bonten so atayi ankrofobia no mo ye on business o baby ka de nka amfa ho atayi benyini ye ebe torment amanfo papa ewo my Ghana mu a kira wo say everybody's business is your business, but it's all down to a kwanya obefa so and no wisdom no bamu no to talk about the supposed business of others. Because hey, look at it this way, we are all one body, so whatever affects a part of the body affects the entire body, which includes you. And intina yabaha yabe ye ho aduro na yaboa ama afoforo, and so ehu aye one day na won so etimi akire o my Ghana na ewu mu no na etimi adedi me dey ne ya papa smile me dey uncha me so onya tie ni said the doctors as adenti na natena na asare be dey akone doctor Ebenezer amofa boatie me se papa yi ntina na nketia of blessed memory wa bokwan na to ha mai say nyina we do what is needful. I'm right here see said we will certainly have a life beyond our griefs. America for more ho even day what must Donald Trump charges ni na ya fanto so yan question you said very interesting America for no my anybody oyo from so ana mo amusa be man pa de nyano ana yan from so bia yan ko enim right. I hope and it is my dream that it turns out very well for the nation America, right? I mean, say yɛde twerɛ no koraa wɔn a ɛgye Bible di no mu wɔ hɔ mu wɔ hɔ a mompene so yeah sɛ yɛde twerɛ no ɛyɛ adwuma a wohwɛ mu a Onyankopɔn wɔde nkurɔfoɔ bi a they fell from grace in several and diverse ways. Ɔde saa nkurɔfoɔ no yɛ adwuma papapapapapapapa yɛmbɔ bi din anaa sɛ wonim Paul first no ɔmo so yɛfrɛ no Saul no yɛhyɛ gye guy papapapapapapa Nyankopɔn ɔde ne yɛ adwuma ɔde ne yɛ adwuma paa ɔde ne yɛ adwuma right ana mfate din ne dɔɔso naano na bɔkyɛ ma ɛkeka bi ɛne deɛ na ɔno deɛ ɔka awareɛ deɛ nko adeɛ right but the other individuals a na ɔmo nso nkene yɛ anka bi a nka abɛdi ɔmo nyinaa bɛkɔ prison right and so Onyankopɔn ɛtumi use ɔmo ɛde ɔmo yɛ nsɛnkyerɛnne bebree ɛwɔ ewiase ha yɛ wei you see, we are not defined by our mistakes. That is one thing we should all learn. Now, Alfred Nobel, so something about Alfred Nobel, and you will come to realize, you say, Alfred Nobel. One thing in Nobel Prize, I can't watch him. So, I think I'll give it as an assignment to all of us to go and check how we had a Nobel Prize and sensem will be as a ha and will be happy to win a Nobel Prize even so something good something certainly good can happen Donald Trump as well we wish you well we wish you well right. France for some more of a Kwame or joint Spain. And oh my Ghana for but Bibi ho. Yes, Bibi ho. Say also for na omo okuja to ablakwa. Here odi animu ma omo say okura double identity no say Shiraji for ma akwetino. Sana mihu article no dey say oh twasem no mukura twam kura so for onko so nya na adwuma na me fa na nya adwuma enti eno so ho nim se asem a hye enkrofo bo papa nya asem ketwa enti Ghana for ye de nchi akese ana edema mu nyina enso the aka nyina the best fridge abe wo bantem papa because we were having a few technical challenges no na e was here ko na yes aba na ya ba de yenkwa abe so right away na ye ne abe emon komo na e free flow Tuesday abi abe be so de fa e wo nkomo ni mu bia no e kwanda ho abe sa otimi nka bama so abe o
vale yeah
bama so
Charlie Ajum kese
na titen
Charlie, with this said, I'm doing my last minute thing to thing. But personally, I don't know whether I read this thing right or you said they've set this Kusi something. Thing. Are they setting free?
Yeah. That's what I saw. The headline that I saw on the news. The news.
No, I thought Shaq says they are going to investigate and hold people to account.
Now, here we are. It's information highway.
Yeah, that's why I'm quite surprised. I look at it on Ghana web.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let me get it once again because I think I saw it on Peace FM online as well. You know. I'll get it. You carry on. Carry on.
Yeah, because I think when I read that was what happened because I think Shrag says they are But I raised a lot of questions when I was reading the thing. Because if you read what Shrag has written, it's like they've just jumped into conclusion without any evidence. We are going to investigate. We are going to, to hold people to account. The question is, if you have not investigated, why did you come to this conclusion then? You understand what information did Shrag use to jump into this hasty conclusion? Because there have been a lot of infractions, procurement breaches, and the whole thing is based on lies, deception.
Okay. All right, Abi.
Do you understand?
On the Peace FM 104.3, right?
Is it not where Sefakan is?
Yes, man. Or say Shraj.
That empty barrel giving board charm.
I say Shraj clears Reverend Kusi Boateng of conflict of interest and double passport allegations. Shraj has cleared Reverend Victor Kusi Boateng of allegations regarding dual passports and multiple identities. MP Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa had petitioned Shraj in January 2023 accusing the National Cathedral Board Secretary of conflict of interest and other alleged misconduct. However, Shraj report confirmed that he holds only one passport under the name Kwabena Edujemfi, refuting the claims. Okay, all right.
Yeah, Baba Basmali on Ghana Web is saying Shrag has called on the Office of the Attorney General and the Office of the Special Prosecutor to investigate and prosecute the members of the National Cathedral Board of Trustees.
Okay.
Do you understand? So this Sefakan, because he's in the camp of the government, he's been given a position he doesn't deserve. He's churning out stupid things. Ghana will be saying it, and you say the peace thing is saying something different.
Okay, all right.
I read the Ghana web. Me, I don't read those.
Ghana web knows. Because
the commission, they say the commission found significant violations of Ghana's procurement laws against the Board of Trustees, especially in the award of the building contract to Rebate Company Limited.
And say there's another one also on Peace FM. I also say Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice has recommended a forensic audit of the National Cathedral project and the prosecution of its trustees following an investigation into alleged corruption and abuse of power. Into a separate articles, right?
But these Kululu Osofo is the secretary to the board.
I clear no to move to me from the Kululu Bisemio. Which match FSU?
Papa Smiley. He will do what?
FSU.
He will sue me.
Now, friend, I say, yeah, clear into no friend of Kululu say.
Who cleared him?
Then I charge you for a clearing.
Basmali, you see, you know how integrity works. You know how integrity works. You see, this Archbishop Welby, the one here who has resigned because he fails to act.
That's right.
Do you think he still has his integrity intact?
I mean, there could be a little left because he resigned, right? Perhaps
a little left to himself, but the general public, he has no integrity again. Integrity is something that when you lose, you can't get it back. You understand? You can't get it back. It's like, do you think Seth Blatter has any integrity?
That is also one thing that perhaps we have to look into. As I said,
Michel Platini.
We make mistakes, right? And when we make mistakes, we admit our mistakes, and then we grow.
Nantechi's one, they say we hate because of hatred.
So
we should put in his integrity back.
You see, haven't you made a mistake? Learn from them and then pick yourself up from there before.
Basmali, we are talk of mistakes in proportion. So
I understand. I understand. Mistakes in
you
proportion.
understand?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Wait. 1 second. No. Whatever the
Yeah.
proportion is, okay.
Yeah.
You think it is going to be bigger than about the self for mistake? Oh yeah.
Who be about example?
You don't know that boy, yeah. The one they say the prodigal son. No matter the size of the mistake now, okay, say proportion, would it be bigger than the mistake of David? So we will be the no side there, one koto, a kwano kekakane.
Yeah. Papa Smiley, you see, there are a lot of questions. Yesterday, I don't know, I was thinking that, okay, so Papa Smiley, if Adam knew that the snake chopped Eve,
He chopped Eve, say. So now, interpretation, but now, once is say.
it's not so they tell us.
When the snake start chopping human beings.
You know me. So how did the whole thing start then?
I want to know. So now into one nipa no cancer actually one now we say oh say say catch the wa when
that is what we believe we've read up to.
No. They say when you what we say when the snake start chopping human beings.
So where did the sin come in then?
Nabio, what now? What's to say no? Until they say the way you catch one and one other way you man. How do you find a fan come and say what the young community?
So how did sin happen then? How did sin come into the world then? Because that's what we've been told so far. that because of the sin of Adam and Eve, we are all tainted.
I see.
Because snake chopped somebody.
You see. Yeah.
Wasn't Adam jealous when he snake chopped the thing? Because there were only 3 of them there. Then
maybe say a few questions now, especially. So I can say if the snake chop Eva, when did snake start chopping human beings, right?
But that is how we've been made to understand that is how sin came to the world.
And I can say yes. Now are you still holding on to that?
Okay, so docs you come and explain then.
Yeah, doc has them. Doc one on your Bible, no. What I say? One also Bible children.
But you made mention of in your introduction. You made mention of Paul. You made mention of Paul that Paul used to be, wicked or something. I know it's all. So I was thinking, the way Doc likes Paul or Saul, was Doc living Paul's lifestyle before he became a Christian?
Okay. You can ask questions, right?
Yeah, so when Doc comes, you come and tell us maybe he was in the shoes of Paul. That's why he's like his role model, serious role model like that.
It's better to ask than assume. So what I say?
Yeah.
Okay, it's better to ask. 80. Well, said now make earlier on. On the issue of Victor, if I say
Kusi something. Boafo something.
Obviously passport.
Or call his second name, Edu Jemfi. Because I used to have
passport back open Okra. I'm say passport.
So we know him by 2 names, so you call any of them you want. If these stupid things what Shrek are encouraging, so call him the name. You call him all the 2 names. Foolish people.
Oh, Abe. Yeah, to what's it? I mean,
yeah. So
Abe. You see. I'll tell you a short story, right? I know, say. You see that there are so many ways of you trying to, because in my view, no, whatever the situation is, no, I'm in for healing. Nature, I say, the ideal should be re-established in the lives of ourselves, and I say in the person that I'm dealing with. That is the goal. And I was talking to someone about healthy cooking, right? And then when I was talking to this person, I've shown him some products to that effect. And I also trying kakra, right? I know said this person the work catch them no obetimi ayɛ readjustments to get it, but as what you should nase kakra now. What I told him any abi yɛmfa ne sɛ wɔ correct car bi wɔ hɔ and who said you went to this fuel station and akɔtɔ fuel ɛwɔ hɔ akɔtɔ fuel ɛwɔ hɔ no and who said o car no jerky it is affecting the performance of sa o car na nti would you go to that same station to go and buy fuel, or you look for another station and buy fuel?
But personally, well, I think on the face of it, you are going to a different filling station.
Yes,
you understand? But that would be the precautionary step.
Okay.
But
to was it? And we nothing here been but be I nothing now. Who do a mobile call to be when your court has him. So okay, nothing now. What my better fuel ever has say. Before no man who said there be a hasino. Me tofu or hagum became one. Right? Nti meko I said ya woka no mehwehwe another station unim say krom ase nkofo bu ho no mo a enye BP they won't buy fuel from there, right? E bi so ho no mo a omo de omo hwe price nti ni bi a as that and omo beko omo akubu ogum sa na omo de nam, right? Say
but possibly maybe it's customer loyalty.
I know so ho, right? Say customer loyalty, it's subject to so many things. So and the customer loyalty is on the ground. So say, or call hono wakuhu gelibia sebi, and I say one way or the other and so enti obeko hono de bia say be ya obehu to
but like me, my internet provider, service provider, I've been with them for over 20 something years. Do you understand? Because every year they give me a discount.
They give you discount. Yeah, no, and also right, and also okay, yeah. And also, enti as my making, Anna, me busa nipa no questions. I say, would the person would you go back to the same station to fill your tank? What's it there be? Nah, right? Enti I asked the person, say, sa o car na on some vanco fuel station on any body which one is valuable, right? And then obviously say only man sana meboa the car and your body which one is valuable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you have come to know, say this where perhaps you are fueling your body, no, it's not the best. But you will still want to carry on and do that now. Let's just say what are you and what are you doing to your body? And I'm just hono me at the man. You see no. And me say why continue of course. You are reasonable enough to take the best of all decisions. We all have choices. Yes, sir. But the bottom line is I wanted the person to come to some awareness. And say sometimes you know you hear push kakra. Right? Hey, no matter who you are, you need some push. Say okay, Dale Carnegie, the books are it tells you about how some people in prominent places it be almost through public speaking, right? And how this man was able to support them. Actually, I'll say we'll be here some pushing here and there, right? And he say will be follow short in a particular area. The best of all ways, no, to figure out a way that you'll be able to bring that person to the reasonable awareness and push him to do the right thing, right? But let me tell you, hey, even nkran kete kura no omumu bia ne ho no ma ompa nim kan akra keto bia ne ho
Papa Smalley, hold on there. You see, this is why our society is where it is.
Okay. Yeah.
You understand? Papa Smalley, this Victor Kusi Edu Jemfi guy. One, Papa Smalley, look at the job he's doing. Do you understand? Look at the job he's doing. It's osofo.
Yes.
He's supposed to live beyond reproach. Okay. And look at the level he's operating at. He's supposed to live or lead exemplary. Do you understand? He has flouted all these basic things. And is indulging in what Kululu people are doing.
Abi, one second.
Yeah.
And they say no. We say instead of see canon. You have all the facts. Say, the decision Shiraji for Eddie Abano. And you're right, yes sir. Do you have all the facts? No. It's just a question because I say you are citing examples to say, he's in this position. He has to live by this exemplar beyond reproach, and then okay, can you know? And I say you have all the facts. Say, case Shiraji for a clear no. Oh, you have all the facts to say Shiraji for I am from Swana. Sana mi busawo.
Papa Smiley, you see this question, implied in this question, is that you are assuming that the Shirak people themselves are not beyond reproach.
Debbie, me can't assume. Abi, 1 second. Yeah. Abi, 1 second.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay.
Answer question I'm busawo. Right? Me say, do you said you're okay no? Are you saying say Shiraji for asemo one more I can say my clear no. You have facts. We are assumption asemo.
Baba Smiley, the Shirak itself,
1 second.
The Shirak itself, I don't respect the Shirak.
Abi, yeah, asemo
in terms of their integrity, their capacity, their capability, I don't respect them.
Asemo let's stick to asemo. Let us bring other issues in. This is what we are discussing. And to me, we say, yes, we're in Shiraji for a clear, right? By your statement, no, are you saying you have all the facts because assumptions there without facts and evidence, no, they are just starting point. You can't take it anywhere. Do you have all the facts? Actually say positioner and I say verdict Shiraji for the Abano. Force or not? That's all.
Papa Smiley,
yes.
Maybe Shirak has privileged information. Do you understand? Shirak may have privileged information that I don't have. But on the face of it, do you understand?
Yeah.
On the face of it, Shirak has not done their work well. Okay. One, is it true that this Vitokusi something or Dujemfi has got two identities, two birth dates? Whatever, I don't care whatever circumstances he was trying to address with these two identities. Do you understand? Was it not true that he transferred about 2.6 million cedis to his own company? I mean, the facts are just there. You understand? Papa Smile, we have a country where people are the helm by virtue of affiliations. Don't even want to hold other people accountable. Who is this Kusi thing? Who is he? Who is he? That he's above the law. The law doesn't catch him. Who is he? So the Shirak itself, I don't trust them. They don't have the capability. Papa Smiley, somebody like Iyoko and this girl, Tiwa. These people, what can they do? Look, when this woman who was found with cash, when she was found with cash, I knew nothing would happen when they refer to Iyoko. Because on Facebook, I've once seen, I saw an invite from that Tiwa, that lady. And I said, okay, I didn't accept it, but I did background check. They were all friends on Facebook. So I knew Tiwa would not do anything. This thing will not go anywhere. This is why our society is not working. But this part of the world, people in these capacities, when they catch you, they will disgrace you. That will be your end. But in a part of the world is the opposite. Now, Shrek, they themselves say there are infractions in procurement and everything. So if there are infractions, why would they jump to conclusion and free this guy? Why? Because it's order from above. And who are the people? Who are the board trustee, the board members they are going to hold to account? Is this guy not operating on the board? So if the whole board is implicated, why would they exempt him?
Okay, Abi, you see, I was just playing the devil's advocate in this particular scenario, right? Nah, said me kind of me position in all areas near how we'll be able to restore ourselves into our better selves, right? Now, you see, first of all, in as much as possible, no, how transparent is our system when it comes to gathering of information, or and I say gathering evidence? How transparent is our system? As it stands now, no. There are individuals who you can pay money to them and they will do a birth certificate for you, right?
Exactly.
I would say, right? You with that birth certificate, you know, they have their own way of just going around things, and then they can also do a passport for you as well, right? When you look at some of these things, it tells you, say, it's a possibility that someone may be able to, work around certain things. Perhaps in the olden days, Anna maybe out me any two, because then when you are doing some of these things now, they over fingerprint set me boy, and they obey, and it may be challenging. But if you are or no and now we haven't got into that stage now. We'll be able to capture your fingerprint here and there, among other things. Some of the identity. But that aside, we know the kind of system that we run. So we need passport to be cradia, and you said they make you can pay someone. They can just alter one or two things, and then you can get away with it. But in this particular case, perhaps be a any Ghana card when you are going to do it, you bet your fingerprinting, it be a name, be a bad. But if we perhaps we look into it, it could be say be a na emugo, right? Now I am looking at it from that perspective. Say, if there is something that we need to do about some of these things, we look at it from the holistic perspective. So on the density, and then we address it. Now, when we come to the man himself, say no correct, say onwa with this jumana enka ideal nko obey to say David Diano. So now I cultural Psalm 51. No enu no akana asem. But eno ye ono asem. But the here in CCR the kind of system that we are possibly running as well. Okay. Do we have the transparency when it comes to the information available? And in this particular case, information abia data shraji fujna so at the year accredital would they be able to let us know, say, oh, this is the kind of information. It can be authenticated by a certain body, or I mean, so what them trying to say, to be able to come to terms with whatever decision that they have come across. And that is why I will just pushing you into that corner. Yes.
Here, in UK here. Okay. And that is the same thing the freedom of information thing we've done in Ghana should achieve. You understand? Here, UK, here. But possibly, you can write in a government institution, let's say hospital. You can write to any of the NHS hospitals and say, in fact, one of them where I worked, somebody wrote, and I dealt with, normally when they do this sort of freedom of information request, we are supposed to respond to that within a certain time frame. They want to know the number of people who have come to the hospital and fell or tripped. Do you understand? Who have come to the hospital, tripped, and so on, and how much compensation we've paid for the year. Some can go back to the past 5 years and so on. I mean, any type of information, I'm using this one as one example, but you can write anywhere and they have to respond. Do you understand? But Ghana, when you write, because this information for because the Freedom of Information Act was made to ensure this sort of transparency, that we can ask that what criteria was used to free this man. Ghana, they will say, no, we won't give you. It's confidential, it's rubbish. So it's like the Freedom of Information Act itself is not working. Here, you have no information at all. You can, especially the issue becomes more serious when journalists write to request that information. You have to give because they will escalate it. And here they have information commissioner. So that when the freedom of you write an organization, you go to the contact information commissioner. It means you are escalating the thing.
Okay, enti they say no. They all can say because we may not be able to get access to all the.
They'll find one stupid reason or another and give you as if the country belongs solely to them.
I beg. Let me finish. Until you run with the assumption, say, data na charge for agent so a free falsify. Yes, sir. So now be na overcome. Yes, sir. Okay, Abi.
Let me give you another example. Okay.
Yeah,
when Boris Johnson was sick here, didn't they show us everybody is on his sick bed and everything? Did they show? You saw it?
Okay,
hold on. So in our part of the world, witches, they will kill him. Did anybody kill him? Okay, because he's living our money. Bedia Tuo is sick. We don't have any information about him. So when we spread any rumor, are we wrong?
Okay.
This is part of the transparency you are talking about. We are paying him. He's on our payroll. He's chopping our tax money.
Okay. All right. Well, you see, in as much as I would say it is inappropriate to say some of these things. No, we should know the details. No. And what they are doing is inappropriate. You can see it is wrong. No. I don't think we adding up more wrongs will make things right. So I didn't sit here. However, maybe let me finish. Abi. We said American we want solution. Yes, I need a pen. And I solution now. And you know now here and now here. And I say you just want to create more mess.
Are you the one to give Akufo-Addo or Bawumia, who is touting himself as a digital champion? Are you the one to give them these basic solutions?
I see. Anyway, Abi,
what is the essence of that digitalization? It's only to show off.
Abi, yamfa no nto wonum kakra na yanko ani why yama afofo why
I thought you are changing the topic now, Abi.
Oh. Sana ye free flow nti ya free flow ye ho na ya ba be dro ha se nti na ye dey be ni ensanya ekuti of akwa be so kakra right of akwa be wi a meko sam Americans so of akwa me so ultimate ka why ready abama so of akwa me
non conformist
of akwa me ni ho nti ye ma meko sam Eso na Sam mo enkomo kakra. I'm saying be sem pia Sam kakra. Donald Trump charges no. That Sam what we can baba so.
Adjukese Papa Smiley.
Na boko de.
Yes, I don't know. So
Nyame adom. Abi wa nchia nti wo chia ma no why?
Any edit can hear you no I'll be ankasa.
That's right.
Yeah.
Papa Smiley pushed me. That's why I didn't agree. So you always carry the thing to me.
He started too fast. You know what I've known? I didn't hear like a more, you know, I don't want to some Papa Smiley and it's here for, you know, all around the world. Anytime I'll be I'll be a question, right? I've noticed. If you start a question, I can say, well, I agree, but as soon as you say but I just say I said. So every time we say I say, well, I agree, yes, but how do we Miami? Anyway, anyway, when they wouldn't come out Spanish when I say, sí, pero sí, I can't be forever. I don't have a corner for
say. Anyway, it's also a human trait. So the market we may have the best of all intentions, but we should set the processes also right. So yeah, we'll be able to get to wherever that we want to get to. So what I say. In this particular case, several things may have happened. I'm fine but the very things that may have caused those things not to happen the way it should. And then I was say you push your energy towards so that we will be able to establish those things right. Only identity. I mean, you see, Papa no, I say, whichever way we want to look at it, and so on the Shembra Magana, or a soft dear by one Shembra Magana, no Shembra Magana.
Yeah, no, Shembra, but as a person, but does he have friends and right places? That just let
that's right. That's right. And see, if those places now, the environment was that they cannot, exert their own influence here and there to make their way out of certain things. Thank you. Say you find say on or abasa ampo. Thank those things in your beba. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, was system near Washington say independently and not based on who I know or who's working in this department. I'm sure saying Vanessa and see. The fact is that it has happened based on the current system we have in place.
Of course.
And, maybe hopefully going forward, we will put people who would do the job, not based on assumancy and as it based on who I know. Now
we are making a headway on the identity.
So, we can move forward. But, I can see where I base also coming because we live in a country where we've known this has been the issue. This has been the problem for so many years or even maybe decades, and nothing is being done. Or it's like as if we choose not to learn, because you cannot tell me that at this point. So, as a Papa Smiley, regular citizens, we know these things that there's no way, MPP, NDC over like a decade, they don't recognize it. It's because it's working to their advantage and they're taking care of their friends and family, so they wouldn't dare to change it. According to says ex-Gracia Assembly, they always toy with it, but they know it's working to their advantage, so why would they even dare to change it? They have some better and so much less the regular people, and then they'll buy into it, put them back there. So I can see where Abby is coming from in that sense. So it's like nothing is going to change. If I constant by nothing is going to change.
Na Sam enye bia BBS and as a environment bia while you were there no ure fee a certain identity that you may have me kasa out here say me specific but so person me specific there make my specific amount.
No, not necessary. No need for the specification by.
Or the offer me specific back penny and queen. Why?
Yeah, yes, sir. Because
Okay,
maybe the
okay.
people behind.
Me example keke, but what if I to who? Have you been to a place you forgot that one way or the other, and I say you overlooked the fact that you were married, and then you did certain things that if your madam was there, you wouldn't be able to do, Anna.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not that sometimes I do it knowing that I'm very aware of what I'm doing it, but I'm
you see,
man,
say when it's at the home now, say yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, when you bang.
I mean, for example, right? Like when I go out and I have drinks with my friends, I will have a cigarette. Like when I drink to a certain level, it's like I want to smoke, so I will take a smoke. But in the case that my wife is there, when I know she doesn't like it, so even though she won't say anything or won't tell me not to or whatever, I don't respect. You know, if she's around, I wouldn't do it. But when she's not there, I'm like, what the hell? Let me just, I'm out with the guys. Let's smoke a cigar. You know, keep it moving. So yeah, I do have me down, and I still do it. So I don't know about you, man.
You see, sounds like can on say, yes, and near my in our small worlds, no. Oh, and I need in our bigger worlds. So on identity, no. It's all the same principle. Oh, same principle that runs in every situation, right? Na can systems I mean, when in this particular case when you know say ade na wow you know say smoking na some you when you evaluate it from the angle, say what is in it for me after me doing this smoking, right? Na wow be nyanti as yes there be ade me you know it is not helpful for me you and say wife umpe and say any other thing and the right? You do it for yourself. On the identity no systems are yeah can say also create I mean and robot and a big create system no. And I say AI crana yeah see any put the AI together. Any program
Exactly.
AI no before it no it will get to a point we need people who have some strong principles to move our nation forward. But what's the point, Nasi? Anytime I me busa say I could pay baby my refia and a certain identity be right. And yes, me share video be a brand TV. Na before obi a who or kwa abamu na or very very vocal pa. Na okoro abamu wie no. Na I'm say na no ohun na no bi, right? Ohun na no de akasa. In the street, some of the young men who were following him when he was so vocal, no, almost say, now what am I say? One kasa, sahibi. Or say, oh, don't you have manners? Say, who did ya? When you are eating, you don't talk, right? Say, Okudru honum no. He's got something in his mouth. It tells you, say, Zawoni chrono. He did it. I don't know. Yeah, the principles not very weak. What's the point?
Very weak.
That's true. Very, very weak.
Sometimes I also this is what sometimes I also think, but could it be a situation where this young man or copy or you realize he's the only one on the island, right? Like Obi trying to share, call left. He realizes no matter what I do, I'm not gonna win this war. I'm not gonna win this fight. So might as well just
if you can beat them,
keep it going.
If you can beat them, you join them.
Just join them. So it could be said. I could see where you're making the point. Say, yeah, he lost his value or whatnot, but at this certain identity. But at the same time, sometimes if you can't beat them, you just join them. Call it a day. Take the easier route. Because I better more concern or back something be about near Casa all the time, and at the end of the day, you realize, you know what, nothing is going to change, so might as well join them. That could be it.
That's right. Yo, now, and you be able to for Honma, also near Kana. So then I said, or you free manu, and
well, that's what it appears is going to happen, and I mean, that's what it can happen. There's nothing they can do, But then I feel very the Obey Kassabe, then at the end of the day, he's the president. Nothing is going to happen to him. And this is what people need to realize, right? The level of privilege, I don't know how people don't see it. Could you imagine? Do you think me and I see anybody else could go through the same thing he went through and then still come, and be the man? Like the level of privilege for him is untoughful. And only at the because I know he did mention, nobody's holding these people accountable. And I've said it before, and I'm saying it again. You didn't know that back in the 1800s, I think during President Nixon, his time, they used to pick the appointees for America. They used to appoint the leaders in the cabinet based on friends and family and those things. What is basically happening in Ghana right now, right? That's what they used to do here in America. And then they realized it wasn't a good system. That's why the whole civil servant thing came into place. And, no matter whether you were a Republican or Democrat or whatever, if you came into office, there were certain positions in the government that you cannot just say, I'm going to fire this person, I'm going to change this person, anything like that, right? Like one of them, for example, will be like the chairman of the Federal Reserve. That is an independent institution. Like, I don't care whether you're a Republican or whatever, you cannot touch that. But now we are faced with a situation where we have an incoming president who is appointing his people based on friends and family. And I'm not saying that these don't qualify for the job. Yes, maybe they qualify. But if you look at the history, he's picking an anchor who used to be on Fox to lead the Pentagon. Like, he's picking friends and family. Do they qualify for the job? Yeah, maybe, but you can tell these are the people who have cheered him on for the last 4 years, and and now he's picking them to lead this position, and he's taunting with the idea of, firing some of these civil servant people who have been in these jobs for decades and are experienced and they know what they're doing. And he's toying with the idea of, firing them or streamlining them and whatever, letting them go. So, if you're a Ghanaian and you see these things and you're okay with it, but at the same time you tell me you're not okay with what is happening in Ghana, then, it's like, where do you really stand? Because that's my fear. I see what is happening in Ghana because we have leaders who pick people based on friends and family. And that is what is going to happen here. And that's my fear that, if this trend continues for the next 5, 10 years, 15, 20 years, what is this country going to look like, right? You have to think about that in a way. It's not just about put some extra money in my pocket or, lower the gas prices and, be okay, and then we just move forward.
That's right.
At the end of the day, there's something more than money. Like you said, identity and personality, we need to put those things up first at some point.
That's right.
No.
You, Sam, medo asipa na one thing that gives me some solace. What I'm about to tell you. Na menim so wate yapo no nyum ya o se obia won master no so wate sa nyum ne da. Obia won master. Say no matter who you are, right? You have a master, right? If we want to even come to various levels of Qur'ana, right? In every society that we find ourselves in, categories. Obia or the cruise at the actual say you have someone above you. Na right? This is where it gets very interesting. I mean, let's still stick to your man say Ghana. We can say the topmost man in our country, Nana Akufo-Addo. But when we extend the point of reference, there are some individuals and Nanado etwa kuruse e de kire wo. There are some people Nanado even can say omo Nanado master. Let's say they can tell Nanado something and then he has to do it. Right? Enti say ye fa ne sa ebekwa akuwie say ye nyina obi a wo some master. Na say any say wiase nyina ye wo onipa baako say even say ono na o ye obi a master kra na ono asa nipa no kra ono anso no master. Na what I have come to understand in this life and is this life operates on some principles. So obekaya maybe it will say can anyone run away and I say override the law of cause and effect? Can you cause something and then you wouldn't face the effect of it? I don't think anybody would be able to do that in the face of the principles of life. The laws of the land, which are man-made, can set you free in certain situations. But when the laws of the land sets you free, it doesn't mean you are free. Right? It doesn't mean you are free. It does not mean you are free in the face of the principles of life, in the face of the law of cause and effect. People may get their way in certain situations, but I tell you, it all comes to one master that we all cannot bribe, we all cannot override, and we are all subject to this master. And that master you can call the law of cause and effect. Sometimes the effect of our actions, some people may want it to happen just instantly. It may not happen. It has its own timing, because as I have also learnt, that law is not to punish or reward us. It is just to correct us, to come back, to act appropriately. And sometimes the effect of something that we may do may not happen just instantly. It may take some time. The horror as a side effect now, you may even forget to say you may have caused it some time ago. And yes. Donald, if you are not clear, no. But I don't say in the face of the principles of life, no, he is also free. Sam, thank you very much for that. Why? You better ask it. Nah, I may be stepping out briefly, but before that, I'm saying Natibongo. Yes, Natibongo. I'll allow Natibongo to come in. Nah, how have you? Natibongo, I say we are. You call. Of a chum and a kwabna, so yeah, I think in that order, perhaps, yeah. It is Natibongo. So what mean can Bamaso
Papa, I drink us here.
Naboko, dear, Natty.
Namia don't be a boko.
Beautiful. It was your phone now, yeah.
Be a way, yeah.
So I was saying, check out number 3 in my own.
Didn't come watch.
That's good. Yo, Natty, and a free flow Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yaba. Mze many be a bon como. Some so I kebi fine. Also kebi mi uncle. Why? Kebi mi uncle.
No, Papa. Shall be also. I mean, time. When Papa say we didn't come over to her. Right. I have more Ghana.
Nipa na beka. I say. Nipa na beka.
Nipa said Ghana. Ghana said Utena Buchia and her Ghana said like Utena Buchia and who Ghana so fast. So be on to quiet down. O can the pile Ghana on so Tina sometimes. Shani maybe a person can go a queen ke Buama Cruno. Cabono. Na you want to say I have drink. So I said I know, I don't know from maybe I quite busy say yeah many pa. So it's not for ye no ye and I can add acquire politics as a political party na as a DHRisa. Castle said to my papa, I am so. By last time I'm back, my examples be brave. I mean, don't was majority of us near 2 coin. Don't make which is the Panama make no correct, but I don't know, be on yes, papa. Already. My baby, sebi. Which condition? The Biamba, yes, I example. If I be na OTV as ya, unis cafe na uba brabo. Na ya most cash for business now discarding na they are quite called say chilling with their code deal so any day you no one fan kwan ye na fe ye ni to tompa ne mahunu eno bi na say cause me hu cathedral yi na me hu anam ti pa oh ade ba ko a me dwene hu da bia no so it doesn't make sense to me say oh your mind sir aka na wotwe ne akoto aba Mompaye na instre peace in fama yekuru na Ghana nkwan baby e kwato aba age se obi America for baby bi me hu se baba America for na rom kwato aba man tin nim so baby a se obi ko fa ballot box so udwane so ho esu kro wi ambo ho kwan sa man fo nkita tu me nti se obi kotwitwi tu so de kokun obi esu kro obi nam na otenika mu a etu mu nika mu kro tu be 3 so ho ayo no minim adekro minim kese adwene no se di city we kwa fa ballot box bi so di dwane ubi kwa na uko chene so na demonstrate kese papa everything about young Ghana no ho bia me ka ese bibia enforce ni me yonko bi tadi achinye sa so ese enforce because nipa de uja Ghana fo bibini a me say enyem ye be ye no wan hwe ye a otu abeka senti asuma so nipa oh you are by bia na baswa sa police name you enforce the law on people so home na ma adia sumdua ba so about to ayokotu de papa wo ha obeti say ebi be nipa nkura bia 4 5 no moko I say we don't value lives I say Ghana lives I say we oh a year be nti say we don't value lives nti no ye bibia basa so nti no pa ya ba ni say abato no beko akoto no boko na outcome na ebeba no asem outcome na ebeba no so papa no so duru ho a ebeba be hwe nipa eto abade man no na ya hwe say obetim de Ghana ko be bia ye kana because still na basics no intimi nye o Ghana no any sikane bosia ya je no is I still don't understand ba ha me be se me kasa bibri ana me se me bu anhwe na me bu befu because ana me kama samu a minim de meka na te Ghana pa na kwabrane e wo $1.5 million at the PNC Bank at the Uhiaka ni ato ne de akoma no I mean I'm not saying if you are a politician now business be a yeah won't me enjoy life that you no kra na make kra so what you say but say obe face ka bia beto baby na say I say hu ne hia wo mafie bia wo mato na ha oba ha tan I don't know ma target wa ha say fie no bo fo kakra ni nti o medo to fie gu asa na mo ma egu ha so hu omuma egu ha na obi a wo aban mu no oba te abrutira papa a bede na akrate empatasi apatasi ikusku awo wonya tinka bi wo mu so ho na me no ka say nipa de ni ntwe nu nzu Ghana dia papa me shara ntiase so ho me shara ntiase ti campaigns ka bebrebe we ti aban ntimi nye mmara bi say sika bebe na ye spend I'm telling you papa this election both big two political me go fa change that crowd here make home sika ehwie ku Ghana no sika ehwie ku Ghana no e betima ye problems bebre am no ye ba ha ye bebre dialysis machine ye kan ho asem papa e be 2,000 something e be 3,000 anyway pick up say ye be charge am ahemfo pick up say be change their mass for anyom tofo say we say everything about ye quite the way see politics and all wrong. Papa, America had musicians every millions kind of musicians America ha rappers a go anyway. Papa, me say America for better me say kind of say John Lennon akọ bonyum bi so from recross so called bonyum with the camera. I don't know, but what the ABA is debatable because of the amount of money these people are making. Ghana and Tessa so but me ka Ghana kasa elections aye koye ni sisi no time be draw 2028 aban bi obebia no sa adwene ni ye adwuma pa na mo se mo dwene Ghana ho pa. Things need to change, Papa. And then my son, my son. Ni adwene nipa setna na brabo mu. So ho. Ni adwene nipa eni na setna eni na brabo mu. Si anya ni sa pa na de bia se ya dia. Papa ye be bre ntina ye bre no because ye ko bubusia ne ba sika nema ye se mfanye na nkam wa mo ye ho. Aka tro say papa me I don't care living in a village. But village na metna no. Me hwe nema bebre. So ho baby I tell how you say Ghana for ni fiatra baby I tell how you had here Ghana for we require class of say hold here class aha but I didn't think Ghana for go yet here because the bia we here as ni pepia no e bi e homa so ho si anya ne sa e be kakra me say nkran ho no mote ho no ma na muni say wom because said ye obia movie free cry back or bank cry or man crying. They just say, yeah, it says, Bonasa, and yeah, they say, Bessano. Moi, I have been sorry free as over California. Or California, school, maybe or so be free as or Connecticut. Connecticut, AB, most schools in Ivy school, most of schools in Ivy school, be out, but Tabi will be to know. But yes, and Quanquas and Ghana will be too one crying ye. Abra sunya wo takrade wo ho a ebetuma chichiri san kro nu we ada we na ma kro na be bia livable so ho ti papa no se kan ni ma bom kan ni ma bom san I say abato aye to no I say that tradition need to change and we are se ko nanim so ho America for to about have millions of people ko to about any you kan about no da ya bobo wi ya antiko ka bia asumdwe boko so ho na we kwabra ni timi ko jiska no tena radio so asema enim kra no aka na manfo do mu tirim bosirem ka ensem wa enim na kese na oh there be papa things need to be changed ade a ha me so ho na ye be fre that kind of behavior wo ye be before Ghana for mu ni African for mu say be too bad they say ye projects ten I say all of a sudden and the man who said nipa ni paboni ni o papa because what do you mean see hospital e man nipa enwu kunkrofo ana abato kakra e beto no with akabe 2 with 3 months afena I say ye be hospitals here akwan every country be obey say bia no still na mo to say leaders no problems o ma dwene no nya adwuma because me metia say no papa me hu say ye beto aba we afe na ye be a highway say no akwan anajo bu say na ye akwan abatu ni hu so your mentality kita ye as Ghanaians and your politics here na time now ko hwe kwan pa ye de agu won ma say me sa kwan me ba kra me cheda hu so mu yi kwan ya hu sa adwongo ni bi sa and you can't come say you wo ahafo baby dey dey crowd dey bubu and once you hwe adwongo ni dey agu kwan so sa na dey buo na gu so ho na dey we na fa so keke dey amom ni amom say aye o makwan ye beto aba ni be wie papa nso beto na be fa ni na de ko ni ya waste ska ti no understand ya dey ni do yen for Ghana but we ska pa we ska wo ni bi na atwem boni because sasa kana wedi na wamfanya kwani yi na ka ekun krofo accident potholes ekun krofo no kan we say sa moja ni nyine utiri so na ebegu I'm telling you I'm not saying say accident intimacy accident with me see but say namoso any wadwin boni bi usika ubedibi ukabia ubedam obusuafo bi adom begu abruchi akọ school papa sesa wo ma nyina begu ade a na sa wo nwini Ghana ni a segbo no bia me ba mbisa sa akwhyen no oh Ghana ni a yawo na akra ne papa a yawo no komfa no chi mi no kasa mprimpri about 12:39 wa ha Ghana ni akra yawo ne nye ene sisi no emfaso ben ene wode Ghana aban de masa akra no ho se de nyina wo ye ma wo abruchi a yenim ha wa system no improve de ma enkra no Ghana ni akra mi bisa sa akwhye papa so bi wo ya o ho education on fa me kire me cause e ha me Ghana ni akra ben ne maami awo ne nenye awda hospital sisi ano emfaso de ben na Ghana ban e wode masa akra no na afi de me mfa nhwa de cause time bi adura papa ese etimi ma adwene ne ye adwuma so ho ese etimi ma adwene ne ye adwuma etire ne esi eti so no ye mfa nso ade so ne papa be ko Ghana na akra wanya 9 years tichiri nso e de amano ka hu se maami no obia no onim. But that's the reason why you work organizations be brebo enkra ho ban. Na sa institutions no pen you know what twa mu no ato as what I work ani na say Voltec work we was akra no 9 years. Akra no tum say yiti em fan so ade. No dey call. So ho. Enti papa o man bia wo nwene enkra ye di ho. E man kan ko ho. Forget it. Forget it. Ye nyina ekosnenti o man bia wo nwene enkra akra nipa bia nitimo odin wo wiase bia no ohu akra mobo ti o man a wo do so nwene enkra ye di ho enkra ko school ano mo tete nnua bia se no mo tete nnua bia se nya pempam school uniform bia hye o mo no mo na se no mo mpaboa bia na homte. I'm not saying say ye man ye pepepe, but we need to sit down and restructure and ye man and bia ba o papa ye 2025 aka few months near 2025 aka 5 years near 2030 na say ya dia eni ko ya na say bai ye ko ya na say bai and once ye kan ye mabom sa and cross who shemu o madidie mu ni o ma say basa textbooks and baby abrofu aduru ane practicals abrofu man kura obeba fia ye man practical works robot ne dia no hye we kona Ghana for that ho ye ABC this nemri akra so de nipa omo eno mu ko school ye so ma bon omo wi papa obi a em wan akra mpo uno mu test wo WhatsApp abrofu mu kan na me dwunu ma me test omo test good as ye ko school kra no bia na ne brofu kra no enkoyie ebia na ye exams kwa na wawe it tells you say akora bia na onya ABCD esa ye ma no nyina mutimi kan ABCD papa mutimi kan we but said akora no be ye na adwene o ye be ye ne ho adwene ama waka no kore nti Ghana fo bi Ghana ni bi oni Japan sa Asia fo ye adwuma bia no so wo mpe no kore ka now no be out page madin a ultimi Japan for nye adwuma da nti da bia Ghana for free say Japan for bi omo ye racist na so omo de omo senachi so just say because you antete here we sa ne ma no so to papa as time goes on me de manu si no yen starting your life skills we school no so sa hiri baba yo no school wonom no ye be to nchen kakra ala wa ko badu nsem no yen fa to nchen ho kakra ni start man kwa na dwemu na ho se na be ya o nyina na say aban bi yi kwan a onkwase sa abo no nkoton se na be ya aban light ya ya be ye no onko na omunko connection emfa bibi nkwase se honom no nko bo aban ne kro no so ti ase ti papa de meti maka no na me be se me call asori ho no de me be se me call e bi anyambo acha say aban bia so pese o baso be ye wi no satisfaction sorry because he come hwie o Ghana honum sisi no enyasem ketwa na aban bia so a wo so ba na onye wadwe say so we gubi nya di bia nwuma and so ni self acclaimed prophets a omo emotiti ema masa mama nya serious kakra as nation no my dear no ye chechra ye betena mu a ye nyina timi koba ye adwuma koba iri baba nsem ye omo de tell you ntimi fa kan ko bobi wa ha enkokuno enko gina jajanim kan tell say me ticket na me bom paye na honhum bi na betena mu na me de ka akobọ no you are going to jail. You don't care. Even if one drink your crown, they call rehab. With that rehab body now, not hank of head down nine. It's your best, Papa. You crew, no?
That's it. How was it?
Papa, but 30 seconds. You crew, no?
Yeah.
So, you pay. Tina Baha, Anna Casana, I 10 cacrano. Because the more I can, and I said, there are some things be said to in place a beboa. So, my church ready and cacran. Name no. I think ye drew baby. So ye drew baby and Quebec say, oh man, ya call him. Papa, Nijidi said, he be drew honum. Tino, it asked.
I mean, and I love it. So the okay say, young Shasi and for life skills in drama friend muno. Say yeah, there are some Bible no, I can't throw honum. It's a principle that is already there even before the Bible put it in there. Or say yanchire mofra no kwan one fashion one rate in film. I mean, when you were talking and I was asking myself, say, how would we be able to bring up a generation where they will have the principles it will be geared towards looking after the whole nation instead of we just having principles that are inward looking. As a young one, how can we have principles that will push us to become tree bearing fruits with shades? How would we have such principles in the next generation? But when you said we should have life skills, to support us in doing that, now I was very, very happy to that effect. Thank you very much, Nati Bongo, for Odiana also near Ashen. Now, meaning, say, what for 2 minutes, and then I'm called Kwabna, way. Kwabna, okay, 1 second. Kwabna, Semenga.
It's on na papa wala kumi na ofre mi we dey say wa bo masin mi mo se kasa ye ready me wo
say me we dey me kasa me ye ni amoho kaka say me tike mu na me sa ebi ewu nti na say me bia na mi nti fa che me why
we dey say
bama so
papa adwin kasi o na chief justice ni obi a ho ye dey
chief justice no ye fa no ye
Papa, and some I mean, need to tell me any cruise be I was a Ghana fuku ni there. Maybe Cockrum be me if you could. And Baba, me she talks to them, maybe action. Action, me do, Baba. Action, me the 2 months. Baba, she talks me too. Papa, yeah, Emma. Africa yenko enemy and some I come yasom ye do so bi sem fa me fa na ado nye example say bi on say o ne bi a ye kamfo ne ye bo nsamna ne ye bo nsamna ne hu mo say na what the he na what o say e bi ye koye oba lai so hu twan tro chiro oba no na fe oba no what the he so hu me pesa papa me u twan tro chiro me kra say me obo ma ba so kra me mpe oba ma ba so pa na mo say adwumbo ne ya ba otiri mu okona ba bi je say me ma mani da ho na me hwe baby asem ni fi ba ada na akwa we wo ye se niema we na mani da ho me nti me se ku bia Ghana fuoku ni we fuoku ni se niema no se ku no o mo ade o mu ni ya yi apart from yi no what is say wo UK what is say bi asi kuofuo bi o ma ye we ni niema bi ye positive bi anatade apart from yi ni niema that's it o mu bibie ni wa o mu bi di niema na se ye cry ke bi ye fi okru ma ye nye no omo so omo nya akwanya no papa buda say there be improvement no omo de aye ama bi omo so bia o ye move we dey akowe opa kokuo nim na ko kire wadwen ni ade o se kuo so komu a omo wo kaba kaba so e wo soro ho ti se bia wase ho na so kire wadwen I the same thing o sister papa kwasi kasa na me tie di na say oka America na esa na me de me yama kwasi bia mba say
akatafoɔ no yɛ Ghanafoɔ a ɔmo Ghana mu so wɔakyɛ ɔmo wɔ Ghana mu na ma hwɛ omusu ne ɔmo ban ne the way ɔmo yɛ ɔmo nneɛma ɛwɔ ha na me dia compare sɛ deɛ bi a yɛn deɛ ɔdo sɛ ɔmo anya exposure nneɛma a yɛsi yɛn nka nyinaa no ka ɔmo wɔ sɛ nneɛma nyinaa bi akora to change their lives ti ɛsɛ ɔmo de yɛ nneɛma baa sɛ nea yɛyɛ wɔ Ghana no difference bi anim so ho ti ana mbusa me sɛ ɛyɛ the nature ne yɛ color ne nneɛma ne yɛ saa anaasɛ yɛ denti na sɛ nneɛma ne timi ba sɛ woyi da bi ɔsɛ yɛ ka sɛ wobetimi ayi Ghana fo nyinaa bi ɛmfa sɛ Ghana betimi ayi Ghana fo nyinaa fi Ghana bɛkyɛw magu America sela bi empusu enhyi komanye bia obi yɛ so nya adwuma yɛ bia bɛnya adwuma yɛ all right na de kru na ɛyɛ Ghana no fama abrɔfo nso ɔmanye papa me sɛ yɛn yɛbɛsan previsa sɛ yɛbɛsan akɔ back to Ghana yɛbɛ previsa biem sɛ yɛde bɛkɔ Ghana sɛ yɛkɔ Ghana hɔ no ntia ɛnyɛ ɛniɛma bi ɔdɛ ɛmi na ɔsɛ kwasi ɛma example bi sɛ abatu du a ɛna yɛ pre yɛ ho ne yɛ nneɛma so maybe kwasi ase ni road bi asa no ka kwasi saa nneɛma wei ne na ɛma yɛntimi nye road papa no so ho what the pressure mo bi di abatu pressure mo bi sɛ wanyɛ me kwan ama me a yɛ nto aba wo kasa asɛm na onipa ne di amemene mfe ɛba bɛyɛ ɛkwan na ma ho ba kwan no ebedi nahe ɛkwan no ebedi sɛn
na sɛ deɛ wo kan emisa sɛ wakɔsɔ ne mfimfini sɛ wo sɛ yɛbɛto aba na wokɔ ka sɛ wanyɛ kwan ama me a ɛnya de a mɛto aba na ma but yɛnto aba no what were you also doing?
Oh papa sɛ wo sɛ ne asɛm ne nyinaa ne sɛ so ho Ghana kuro na ɛda hɔ no wo sɛ ɛyɛ kuro ɛso paa so ho wo sɛ so sɛ yɛsɛ yɛnyina yɛbɛyɛ Ghana kwan nyinaa so fort ɛnɛ yɛyɛ Ghana kwan nyinaa papa sɛ onim sɛ Ghana pɛs na ntimi nyɛ sɛ adwuma no enti no ɛsɛ ebi anka ne papa mu a yɛyi kwan nyinaa gu hɔ sɛ ebi a demfa sɛ kwasi hɔ nom no deɛ adana mehwɛ population ne kora na sɛ ɔmo yɛ 300 and something thousand ɛwɔ hɔ ebi a minim the size of ɔmo kwan dodo a ɛwɔ hɔ nom so ho tebetimi ama ebi a ehu sɛ ebi a this year yi sɛ kwan we ni ɛbɛyɛ na afi wi na ɛde ato sɛ kwan we yɛ na afi wi sɛ we ni ɛyɛ ni afi nti ebi onipa bi ɔwɔ bi anim sɛ ya kwan no ebi a yɛbɛ level so nkakra ma mo ba sɛ ni ɛbɛyɛ no ba sɛ babum sɛ bi adu abato sɛ yɛyɛ kwan yɛ wɔ Ghana nyinaa right away a papa kwan we ya sɛ de ɛbɛyɛ no sɛ you get less for the ɛhwehwɛ because sɛ yɛde yɛn sakeka ebia nkakra ɛna na akɔ esi bi mo sɛ kwan bi mo so o start na bato ni wie no mo sɛ ne mo na kwa kugu no o ma me pressure
na yɛ sɛ kwamna te menka sɛ
me ton ka papa
o kane no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛnya principles bi a ebetimi ama ya share ɛyɛ the resources of the nation evenly proportional na we would deprive a part of the nation of certain things and then when we are coming to vote na fe ne yɛkɔ anything deplorable bi ade ama ɔmo nya sa
tana papa me kura de nka me na kwan mu ahu yɛkɛ o 16 regions for hɔ no so that say wo sɛ papa de ba kwa na ha bibifo ne sɛ wo sɛ because me be atames time no vice president no ɛna ɔka sɛ vision 2020 so ɔbɛka atames ɔka vision 2020 asɛm sɛ yɛn plan Ghana no in the next 20 years. Let me say 2000 mobile binti no. What in the vision 20. Ni enti plan ye kuro ni ade. 20 years that ben echna. So say ye pa bi ni twi adua ko kan se bia ye bia emfa 10 years. Ye fa 20 years na bia hu se bia we nie ye enti na amna mo se na ye tu ni etu akono. Papa bibini ni abotre wo ho. Bibini ni abotre. Papa nka me mayi mo pa ke bia nka ye 16 regions so ho. Oba kra dia em say yisika say Ghana ska say de ma ayi greater Accra ne de krono kra road no kra asase no kra san tizen come say aka 15 regions na o Ghana papa ka fi bia ye region ba ko te bia nka kwasi half year so ho na bia ye de say bia ska do puduo pa o ye say bia ye project we ni nema we nyina na say ye ne be say ye jai the other regions no ba o mo no yemfa omunya se bi se ye de 100% am ebe 50% ba half de omenya full 100% no te se ye big push. Ebi you that na you call another region. Papa, sa sope amamuna ye no hono papa. Ye beche okwem. Ye beche. Na say na attend me hono say papa say ebi me hono me calculate insurance ko na no mo ka papa bi ka say bi was Empire FM about obi say obi jiska say na oties ka say e wa bruchira papa ana me hono me dwen say me tia insurance nko a insurance nko $1,000 a month ebi kura gu so insurance nko a medical insurance, car insurance, house insurance, personal insurance say na me can nya bum na say $1,000 as well. Ma busa etem tim busa say 90 that be there Ghana so bi obi abetua sa equivalent to sa amount na ye pre etua bia wantua ho ne ma wo ho no no. Sie do me person na bia mfise o man ke bia no so be ko nanim. Ama bia ne ma e demand wa bruchi you know. You man did the same thing oh. Because you may $1,000 a month. Maybe you be Ghana, no $1 crowd untia. But also demand the BS means me demand at the same time. No man tells you. Meanwhile, I don't know because papa. Sir, insurance I'm at 566 a month. Tom, medical insurance 566. Now me say call hospital. I say blame me co-pay of about $5,000. So say if you pocket next have to say scanner. Let me compare any man. Ana asa obo abrabo na bia kwasi ke wo de Elon Musk abrabo obo no person de to ade say de Elon Musk nya no I said me nso amete atobias no me nya the same thing enti me masa baby abon say baby steps if you ha ne ekwa say na mo kan first ani ekwa passport here na metimi atan na ma frekwajo me here passport na umpedi bia mfa nya ma me na me mfa nko no ebi etwam because ye de hihye bia to ye no ye one step and then I be step now the be ko wani mu say ye the way ko ye ni mu no the same Ghanaian now ope change no will come and insult you and they can some identity na ye ni say na change no da be na be ko because any part do so 30 million change no untimi nya ne obi asa de obi a pema no sansa na yetimi de change na ko ye nim ye de change ni mi baba ne ye de ko ye nim kakra kakra bo se foforo aba ne ye de ko ye nim and as an about passport untimi ntine fie mi nya passport ma ezo okọ ne ko bo onsa no anaza o de Ghana card no ya bo onsa no dada no e na be ko ne de akwakoye ba obi baba no be criticize say Ghana card na ya na ye di change ni ema no no obedi watem Ghana card na anya say ye mfa nkoto kokonku na enu mu ba Ghana card kwa me say that na me kan me ubetimi dia fight crime because e bia na obi akodi nsemo ne ni akobo ne nsa no fingerprint ache no say bia so nipa we e de bedi nsemo ne ha say nipa we ne be fingerprint obefa ha tie nya ne mfa nkoche say nipa no ubenzo no say nipa no ope change no ope change adam bi wa bi say change no say change be na ope ne say krom ha America ha krom ho obi enti na to me pana say ope say obi a bebere fa kwan so say de betimi ya bonsa no na akodi nsamone a yetimi achew ehun say wo na bedi nsamone we ben ko adwuma de mo say ebi obi across border obi ahuri wo obeku obi ba ana obe repu obi o hwe nipa na bia wu hu no ba o de wu krom ho no ye de akwanya ba ye se bi alatafo ha adwo alatafo mba betena krom ha ba wo so beji ID ni bi ni enka chose bia ye non citizen ana o ye sei se de be ya wo so twa fingerprint na nsamo ne ba de ye chewa ye hu se nipa semesi na be se nipa na o pe change wo Ghana no se nipa no kutia odi se niema no ho fewo odi hu agro to ochina another change e betimi ya de akọ enim no ho no ma kwan na nkonkoye so koye a ye we bi mo change o mu ni ma ne se ade na obi aye na se edidi na tem sa change of atem didi no so de papa e yan fa mu man o ensama na ebi no ka na se Trump o ho no ma Ghana na o na ka ebi a obedi president a se nke benya amanfo bi aka kire se ka America de ka unya indictment dudu se ya enya de abetimi edi president eso champion man minipa papa ana ye twese inauguration bia e be koyo me kwana invitation of the abekwa ma extend bia bro sa continue for ma be cover that is ana oba mama the report mu ma bro akra baba unzem America for new nyansan so hu first no mu ni limit adeɛ sɛ bi a woyɛ president a wobɛtumi adi sɛ bi a ɔmo 8 years ne adeɛ 4 years ne bi ni hɔ saa o na anim president ba ɔbae na ɔdwe hu sɛ so hu woanya nkɔmhyɛ wo ɛyɛ nneɛma a ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ ɛde na Ghana ne ɔmo alimiti biribiara to nkɔmhyɛ ɛna ɔmo de daadaa nkurɔfoɔ me ne maame electoral commissioner so hu ɛne the way asɔfoɔ bi ɛgye ɔmo home na okuru no mu a ɔmo di nsɛnhu na kamefra asɔfoɔ no nyinaa asɔfoɔ na ɔmo hyɛ nkom no nyinaa na mama me nipa me de asɔfoɔ biara gbɛkɔ police agent ɔno obey police agent no so akɔtena hɔ baabi a ɛbɛto aba no police station no ɔno so akɔtena hɔ no na ɔmo so akɔva election bi nneɛma ɛkɔ process no nyinaa no ne de ɔmo afam bi na ɔmo hu sɛ ɔmo fi hɔ ba na ɔmo sɛ ɛnyɛ nkɔm hyɛ ɛna yɛde to aba papa America fo nya nsɛm no mu sɛ no ebi ana daakye no hu wakɔnya nipa bi a dodoɔ no pɛ no ba na ne nneɛma a ɔyɛ no ɛsɛ tietia dodoɔ nso fa ahodie so papa ɔma ahyɛ nkɔmɔ so nipa no ɔno no wapie Donald Trump 45th and 47th saa papa no papa yɛ bilibu no ba ne nneɛma na nso a ɔyɛ no tietia dodoɔ no fa ahodie so o se mra na omo ye no mra na omo ye no senka se mra ni honom na ka onya Trump se ni nipa se de feeling ni se ya so hu papa ke beto ama ni sa so na otieti amanfo fa ahodie so because say o win election no kunu kura temdi asa de bi fi ba bi a
o de kamera
papa me wa
o de wanu se na je se Donald Trump wa central fia no ma no
Baba, o fada wa fadie. Uja no so a waja ade. So hu. Edi no so hu se dodo fa ahodie a meka se bia dodo fa ahodie papa he. Ena da na meka idea sama kiro so hu he papa. Ana me no bibia me cha kire na be hu akɔhye obi susum so hu. Ebi enema bi a wakum no so hu. Se hu se mpempenso obi du. Na ebi obi nso the same situation ma you feel for that person. Papa he Trump awa bay amanfo bebre obi okra ye nka bibia ankyere obi a odive ba they say no so de car ni si wo no pre kwan obefa bus no de akọ ba bi so ko pa wasomdwe a so hu bebi a me ne kwasi yeti Ghana for se yeti akurasi so hu ye bus enrane te say de bi a wo New York na wo New Jersey no ne other places no ye nkurase fo yi ye bus enrane e bi a 1 hour difference so hu ye akra de abufu se de obekọ deep honom na wasan akọ connect bus afi deep honom na de akọ bi a odeko di baba se bi a ba bi ese nka bi a de 20 minutes be kono e betimi atake be 2 hours ansa na de edu se bi obi a osonson ne ho no wanya rider ese ofim saa time no papa you person oni akọ saa situation no o person oni abekọ saa situation no enti no change na ye pe wo yikrum ho ne de papa se ye nyina ye de yadwen eto so ho me de a me mpe ye so obi otan hunu so otan obi for no reason say bia papa e we bia say papa ye NDC ni say papa ye NDC ni na papa support house of folk and so support kotokotie o say me tan nipa no papa ye tan nipa o asam ni ye tan enkakra NDC ni MPP fo yi omonye ya bofomfo omo ye bufo ni say niema ni ade papa anya kra na papa o ma ye bibi kakra ama eja okwa obonzo ama for dey omo di Ghana tem ya no mu twache Ghana is say Ghana is this Ghana is peaceful country Ghana is say papa for na peaceful country so sa ama be do ne abronsanfo ya o any senior people for abronsanfo ya omo na akra man kakra man ne ebi no di tu omo ho e papa uni anya papa uni no so hu nti na omo kana ze omo twe abo so a asumdi abato ye kwa kotu so hu e asumdi nkwa na epe papa me I don't care say John Mahama na be ba na asumdi be ba so be it do be bia makuru na asumdi aba
the ocas is here na ye contrary to what kind of previous
oh papa asan one can say e be na nsem bia ye de am nsem ni de o papa
that ya usikana no on say utimi kan in such a way say abano ye koto no ye win ye wie na wa ba ye Europe bia no ye beti na
papa Papa Titi, and then me catch I will be no. Or say, now, so confidence now when you now see you win, Papa. Oh, it's all Timmy Punipa. Oh, me man example be, and I before I Ishmael no time on the long house, no monsieur be a normal channel. Who don't be a normal channel. Papa, I wouldn't no more. No more jam, maybe home. Or my boy Jamasa to play now, call the crowd, no, what go good at that. So, what good now would you have?
Okay,
if you, Papa,
what? Me to ask you, there are places meaning say that kind of strategy working, but I'm not so sure. Say America, I'm more working when it comes to say elections. Ubibekwa kujina baby no what born say hey but say udi oyam from swa emrano enu bedi nesa na moye no
sabe pepe mrani de nu bedi ba eso another Trump no pu grofo no eso Trump no hunhunra o mane ade papa eso hunhunra opponent o eso hunhunra opponent o mano oda na jo wontimi na kwapna de ne wo hu de ne kwabre hu a se say o haya dwin say ya onyi so hu oda na jo wona o manada papa obroni hu wo si de bia matimpatuntum adwuma nye so wa matimpatuntum adwuma anye na o gya ne pe nse hu nko a so hu Ghana ye nse hu nyina de bebrebe nyina no adwuma na esu anti a na de say de adwuma nti na etesa na papa wo akwa adwuma ba na honam wo ana wo base dooso na wo ko 2 jobs na 3 jobs a wo be de gya ko di se hu pu opponent pu no ade wo be oda na jo awona ndi be ni maka so papa aba we dey me say me say dey na man ko na NDC fo be wi na mani age dabi papa don't do that o za me dey challenge na to ho me say ala jamaten crop no so mo nya 3% ahu me dey 2000 to ho o mo fa 500 meto so 3% o mo fa meto so o mo nya 3 o mo fa o mo nya 3% so na mo 500 no me wa kwanya bi say me ko Ghana na me ko a me dey akochoba akotwa me fufuo bi ne ade na me komanim ezi papa say upu opponent o wini kro ohun si wa wini o na ho upu papa ga dem politics na ga say bi say the training mu kakra ade say tell me the training kakra because also my political program there say me ma experience bi kakra na you bomb
David ma te dey all kind but my principles are beyond our politics now all kind I won't buy those.
There be any beyond the better me tell say me you say we say na one tia say dentina minim say we betimi asi by say me use this and near ade so I say me use that near man say the be say awobne wa otim busa me say na kwabna kwede ni wahu a wo confidence say dey ni wahu baba no da na ju awon na you me man na because oda obenya asubie e dey akokeke nsen by say me che no ko da baby no dwe say dey na kwabna mate
dia wo kan pa na eja sa ansem no say e frequencies so intino e won krofo a wo ka sa ansem na onu so ebebo mu hu because omo so sa na omo so ye wo madwuma what them tell us intino ubo mu hu sa na omo so abu hu kwabna ye bedo ase mami ko tie wo fa kwa me kakra so I ready anya sa dia me ko wo hane e champon eso wo fa kwa me se wo te men kan ba ma so yo ofa kwa me sin onyanya ready yenko eye o wa hene champon eso na o wa hene wi a yako be ma bene wa eso enti o wa hene
ye baba
tifu ye man ba ma so
esa ajon kesie chia kwabna
boko de
kwabna wi o nyamya dum papa ye ben ya ne ye ben se na ya ko na me beka me say abrantie baako enkokro bebree abrantie baako enkokro bebree
na kada dio
me tio pa
me pese o first 5 minutes no
ya
eye o ayi nana bedi akomeboa
nana kwame bedi akon
bedi akon
me yi din bi
Yo, Mate. Fa one of the 12 pillars, no, strong.
Yeah.
Na boy into the mukakra. Why? Fa one of the 12 pillars, na boy into the mukakra. Why? Your first 5 minutes.
Papa, and then they say, ne pillars no the buy 12 pillars no. Ni na actually say, obey industrialization. Oh my Ghana. So the mission, and I'm say, otimi say ejuma eni omani mukra. Ejuma wo omani extra. Etimi emfa youth no dodo na anya youth no kra. Say enipa dodo na 33 million no. Say enipa dodo a aban extra fa su ti omoka. Eni ejuma nkonko small businesses e fa no. Eno so. Eti no no say one no with the 12 economic pillars na wode ba no. Region bia by region bia no. What timia ko survey regions ni nyina ehu agudie ewo region bia ene the region bia no ye betimi apante ho no ye adwuma kro region no omo ho odin anase de wo region betimi aye said dia enkoye se enkan obi abedan ani de aba hwe deliberate na ene ne se memfa bi se transportation obaye no odika beka bibi fa se obe bie yensu no sedia epono ebetimi arechi kumase transportation baka transportation ye nyina ye nim se ye ka yakwan nye eni sanu no ena most of the time no ye ka transportation e wo Ghana hanu na nyina no ye akwan roads nkwana no most of the time ye kan wase because rail transportation kwan ye kan wase because you need rail lines that connect Emma Elipa etimi a journey and as a travel from one region to another region. You need connectivity no e wo krum hanu. And again so no yensire yensuo semno yensuo transportation no water transportation no and they ko ensire ni ho krasa it amaye limited in terms of traveling. Say opese wo free Kumasi anum wo free nkran ha ko Kumasi a obekwa be 5 hours na 1 to 10 year 5 hours you want to know how could you take and then yeah almost say yeah expansion kakra okwan isu a ya it hu ba bia kokudu a ye bubu num amanfo dan gu a ye hu ba bia wo Kumasi hu ba bia wo ko so wo bo ye hu sa die emma productivity e slow ena so opese obefa wiem so a obefa plane and at Kumasi and now foreign exchange nintino CK ebo no fair tickets no nipo no kwa na ekoso entine nipo do saying ene betimi afa plane efim Kumasi ade akonkan ni nyina ya de bia wadwene ho in terms of transportation it obeka say abrante nim before obeka asemo a these two political parties for so many years over 30 years ma be company the manifesto aba munyina eko na weba wo mutimi fanya sasemu bia mato hono entimi ma concrete bia in terms of transportation said ya transportation me biemu na yetimi get to destination on time and I say even kon ye shipping no be do habo han me habo tama habo ya said ya de bia no ye containers enam kwan so ye 20 containers ne bi hwie ebi accident Kumasi na container sisi kwanche ebi wetimi nu temta be pan no manioma and what is a sea transport no ebetimi abase se yetimi esade no a ye yi enoma ni fi habo honum na ye betimi nya other boat ebetimi de sisu a ye be dredge the sea no link these small waters no se de be kuku pie Kumasi amanfo enoma betimi do Kumasi safely and on the shorter time because on the sea no omo ya omo route no ebetimi aboa ama ye nyoma get to destination on time rail so and also no faster ndie nyansa ya dia what say and political parties anka now nanka ye rumi awosan komo ka ho asema won mu bia no entimi nka sa asem we nyansa kraka we enti papa maka transport nko at this point maka transport ko echina maybe before so said you waka about your taxes so your taxes say your GA your tax for 40 years obey 40 years, taxa yet to when son can be da. Kusitama, obeko pension. Na pension, would 10 year, Bosumi Biano, near ma 300, 400 Ghana cedis for a month. And now medical, if any require along the line, you request a boom. I just say, we need sika, we need that will be a nebia, we need what my jumia. Now we just come out 400 Ghana cedis for a whole month. And then come be there, cassette. Or no, obeying to do something called tax return. Oh man, tax returns. Said yeah, every year biano. Ubetima file for your tax. Ubetima file. Said yes, you can on second year. Ubetima investors can be in insurance, your own insurance. And as I said, yes, your own insurance. Said yeah, within the year, no, say even crown would invest what other insurance. Say Yaribi Bar. No one could trace over for 60 years, 70 years. No, said yeah, within before that time, because Yaribi Bar, when you scale bit my day, and I show him, and then insurance bit my wall, no what to me, I show him away Yarimuno. And you're very laudable. Gonna for entry honomo. Because Papa, obey you come obey you to Massa, who do baby, will be with teacher need to tax. Who a company be with you tax every month. I would try Sikabi baby. Oh, yeah, who's musically da until say Uber hit 60, 65 and 70 years now. And then I bet you 400 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis. I think say these two political parties no almost one more magafu beyond that. And no one discusses issues will be on my order. And the Ghanaians will be also asking questions on this issue of when I present a trade. I present and I think say very, very important. They are granting a canon. A bit more Ghana for be in terms of where our court to know Nisika, no people say one thing. Through your papa no mommy beggy now wishes is can be bibia. You also know any pay your juma. I was in the pet me and Jessica, Boko accounts, get them out and month and send it a good. It would be saving much. Again, so was a share where Sika you do a dry foka over Kum Hanamo was what share say foreigners about your juma and you to Miss Baby. And local workers, look Ghanaians no, ye juma. What that year 5,000. Foreign bar with me $6,000. Or ye go for a company or because if you need gentle double kuma and not sending Jenny Nebu Kumano, Nina so by Hesadian. Said the yes, bit maybe a bit much more Kumano. I enjoy Ghana Hanamo with my happy so be a Juma. Next is Omuko in Nana. Fana a pay or moji. Next Dr. Omuko in Nana. Fana a pay or moji. Now me did say ye said you for in a small walkano. If in terms of payment, pay no salaries no. Say yes, I didn't know ye. Nay, your technology, very good current modern technology in terms of medical field and side. No, need you invest to honor. Need to work a C car. I need to be to cancel more baby because American need 20K. No, a doctor or no, or you're confident. We're okay. So, 2 can't go back as a medical in a way, professional way. Papa, they met my car. Baba. Okay. Enti a free honeymoon kono. Meti say akwasi eso kasa. I don't know. Akwasi o kan small kan mani ajo ho. Na ebienu say mintimu say election ye kwakotui. Election na ebeba on the 7th no. Mintimu say ye betting. And ye ko beti and say ye ko toba for our destiny, for our future. Mintimu say abali kokotuno because betting and yesra mass na eko to bet said yeah the winning team no will win. People put their money into the winning team, said they're going to be winning because at the end of the day no one no individually no obenya bibia free hono for the winning team. That's betting. Obenya kakre every hono. But in this election no, I think say per how the economy is right now no, I think say ye to about say ye individually no ye dachi ebeye from ye madachi beye from amaye any ye nana musu dachi ebituma from amaye ye nkoto bet said ya ebeye say you could win it just one time. Now you forget it the rest of the years ahead of us. So the mention and you one period and you 4 years. And you 4 years. Say these two political parties will transfer. woman fi before bia be kan ho na de bia yeto obama wonum de to obama ye nyina ehunu se omo fa bibia be kan ho da and a slave be na so say be kwakoto ma sa two political parties here na they say omo na efu say ya nominate omo say they are the only winning team omo tima de at so man no which is wrong. Meanwhile we have other candidates. We have Alan Ohonomo ye kwame bedia ko am so supporting papa adi ba ko ni say the man who say I think say the intellectuals no more Ghana Hanamo no more of more educated people who Ghana Hanamo no one more school PhD whatever they have acquired in life in terms of education I see said they don't actually listen to Abrantiano and one of Omuntia Abrantiano more now for Abrantiano only the clouds no quiet any for say the book by you did boom on my sorry you did boom on my the son of reading because me co-office open the deep they look at you twice say do you know what you're talking about they feel say they still feel say now they feel most crowd feel say MPP can still win they feel say even Bawumia is still credible and they look down on even Mahama on his vision and on his manifesto or whatever. They laugh at even Mahama and they still even see Bawumia as still credible. I don't know. Say sana yebe dwene akwa enimu dia. I mean tias here. Let's go for education to koye no. Maybe for say the training education or Ghana no. It seems to me that it's not helping us. School near Ghana no. I think say it doesn't help us to think. I don't know. It's too bad. It's very, very, very bad. I mean, you look at people wearing suit and telling you things that it's like, which many man you ask yourself. They look at you talking about Kwame Bediako as if say you a joker. You don't know what you're talking about. You get scared. Say, even the aircraft, and there's so many questions with school. And you know consistently, you say. Omo komaka could you say what was supposed to come bedia ko kra no as a wukra wudi ma die so wo school nkra dey as o don kan. It's a pity. I think say change na ye pe no yenye hu change ye pe what is this bedia ko Alan kra dey they don't even talk about him. They don't talk about Alan that much. Alan is in suspense. It's like but it's in suspense. But when you mention Bedia Kokradia, then it means you don't know what you're talking about. Per what I've noticed here in Accra in particular. I the content make say also Accra mu pebro for sem. And mu education say more. Oh Accra. And I bisa obi say we pay na wo je bosomen. We pay wo adwuma wo ye wo je wo ha bosomen. Let me tell you. Senko United Kingdom and Capeno, you will not even struggle to leave United Kingdom and then move to America. Say, would this say Ghana? Me first Ghana. Number some would they be at 10,000, 12,000? No free Ghana. So we call Buchra. I say you are sick and still say you want to vote for MPP or NDC. But I see a lot of Ghanaians moving out of the country now. They are getting this amount of money. But they are still not happy with the system. But these are the people that they are also campaigning for NDC and MPP. And meanwhile, they are not happy. They are paid, they are complaining about their pay. And America, America did 10,000 even dollars a month. That person will never want to move to any part of the world. Obviously can do their wood, me say 10,000 Ghana cedis no. We see can hata. But obviously American would $10,000. The person is a happy person. And you know, what because of your currency are you very bad, no? And because of these two political parties, who could 10,000, 12,000 who know half of the month, no? Now we see can crowd one na asa because who got to be body, who just school fees who petrol within seconds now so bottom and a system no in terms of banking system be who service ka kwa no ko dealing with one mo kwa na per loan interest na that's one untimi this can be a bit more about that and you know I didn't you are still voting for MPP NDC maybe some questions where they're just looking at me meanwhile no who got PhD These are things that you need to reason and think. Say, and then the mouse and when you are back. Intia, ye want to see Yesika, Senka will go be a Jumana 3,000 a month no crown. 3,000. You are not happy. What the 3,000? You are not happy. So we take Ghana no 3,000 because Sasikan and Jessica be our him. Because Obidisika at $500 bar. Obidisika $500 bar. Was the sound almost like 4,000 Ghana cedis. What the 500 pill? What the 500 penny buy? That's one number. I don't know. I think it's one number 6,000 or something like that. 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. And 500 pay. 500 oh. But what you come out for 3,000 Ghana cedis? We know Bia. What you mean? But you are the guys you are still telling us that we have to go vote for MPP. What have they done to change this system, this currency thing that can make you happy? Say when you're holding Ghana 3,000 Ghana cedis, you should be able to live comfortably where you pay like rent, maybe at 300 and I said 600. Bosome, what you are rent the can afford this animal who to me to fuel. Maybe landing say you can say with me to fuel about 20 pounds. At least it between even 1 week and visa 20 pounds. Between the good food with the movie around. But here no, what 2,000 Ghana cedis, what 2,000 Ghana cedis, we 10 years pay around within 3-4 days and enough one and answer. It was 3,000 now again. Uncle Israel. Meanwhile, when you now so much to one who say something for MPP in NDC. And then I'm copy PhD in lecturers now. They are still telling us that we should still vote, but now coming with knowledgeable vision, and that you are Diabano. They are ranting a canon. And I'm saying one copy PhD in and I'm saying one cup of Mukan in boy, no any Jabia. I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, it is very frustrating. Say, yeah, we don't think deep. It's like one will say, me who say, Obi Oko school, no, baby or sena war in a crack, who say Mahama bar. It's still going to be the same. Obit to me system, no. Obit to me a system, no. Because Mahama on fancy say bia and slam baby and baby bia. But individual on one can baby or one. Obinya and trobonin kululu no krono. Obinya busu buman for. It's that these people are still say they want these people, this Mahama and this Bawumia in. Because Omunim say Alan Ana Bidia Kuba sa loopholes na sa individual and we discuss it system in Ghana. And could be they are not even thinking about their children's future. These people that are seen, they are not even thinking about their future and their grandchildren's future. They are just thinking about their daily living and their existence. So they don't care. They don't care. Why would I have to go and vote for your friend say you saw two political parties we say. I'm not man living star system way man who sleeps if I say I do wait on. I do when they come with the Akon. Top pillar, but 200 from A to Z. And now I had DSSN moving forward, A bit me Ghana for I'm go into a destiny. Now I want to be by you you took one slight me baby people fear. Yet me took one yet me took one refuse for crow fear. Because you took all your for a gun at the end. You call your slan and call ye my because you couldn't ye to mana the fear. Slano, she can't eat me fear for. And yes, slight to me ye to me ye. Yet me near you are blabum, and to fear treeing, and the baby I'm a tree. And I was what was the same. One got so sure about to say, I could tell between a home for so pound, and for some boys, they say become a Jimmy land in the crown. Me two foundation, and no fear problems need to crown. Make me two cylinder, lenter, make me Kobean to lenter, and then we go to some more brutally. And the system is no bad now, they go to your bad. And to me myself, look at my age now, and look at these two political parties coming in again. It means that if I'm 40 years, by the time this guy leaves, I'll be 44. If I'm going to 4 years, next I'm losing 4 years, nothing. What you are going to win is if you're for to brand every. What you are going to say, and what you say, one gets what to say, one pomukra a jambre, what to say, one puma yambre, and what Jeff can now walk out the coin somewhere in the Swati. And I didn't was me go to support South two political comfort parties we say. Na yenti obia. Pajo say.
I'm say run up man why?
Yo.
Why?
I didn't know. You say ye ko anymore. Any baby for over 50 years and now what's about to Ghana for so and yet I continue Asia say I will be baby and you me see the castle me baby to coin me see the castle me baby to coin me see the castle baby to coin yeah me we ya see yes uncle to about a massaf we same you almost so man so dey and what almost when you say ma me one na mo bobo sika what's yaw my connection what dia 4,000 5,000 who could do us no kwekata yes he do 18,000 pounds 25,000 pounds na ade every year na you bet me na ye et you say o man e free mo no and yes he do 25,000 pounds na 20,000 pounds come wo bie because of obi passport ntie say ye anka say ye di year 25,000 pounds no per the current rate you know it's a lot of money. When are you going to get this money back when you pay somebody $25,000? So one fire kata book per amount. And no system need na ye do hanuma. Who bet me living well without even having $25,000? You can live well. You have good sunshine. You have good air. You have good transportation system. You have fruits. You have food. Food that are fresh. I'll bet me dibye. I didn't know what me and Joe say. No, so what tina. I know my friend in Madam for about you can say what's it Charlie or what? I'll tell you, meet me about me to come here. I want it to meet. I want to meet my and I'm saying that day. On put this over school, no, I 1 year a program pay. And tonight, because I was able to talk to anybody. Why would I have to come to Akuntufo Radio right now to tell Akuntufo Radio listeners, good listeners, to tell my Akunta say these two Mahama about this NDC pay there. Omo police somebody bay and no na what see Ghana for ye near to Obama one more and no come be dia kun ala chamatin walk asema ebe dani Ghana ma ye tie papa yeah mummy enso ye ho because as you are not
Karachi yes
papa right branch Brantia Bako.
Uncle Crabbe.
Now, when Uncle Crawford is with ye quality home, and to say maybe she'll be willing to go down the study panel. I don't know why.
Hey, that's also what I do, Juana.
Papa, me teen it just come on. Brantia Bako.
Uncle Crabbe.
I'm going to go ready. And I'm going to woman.
And I'll buy you, Mamma, chance into the mirror. I said, yeah. What's my convince? You better have been a while. Medical Cobra, the Combias with the Cobra. Medi, when do you? I'm Cobra, the Combias to the Cobra, the Combias, Cobra, or Yada Boy. Or your branches, sorry. Yes, Benoit has a beer, the okay, you know, what's my convincing a cacra. Why? Benoit. Oh, Busa Benoit said you're making an Busan. Yo, Benoit. What's even car? Bamaso.
I drink as a papa.
Now, go there.
I mean, what our room, baby, Aboko, yes, Adam.
Beautiful. And then Yamo wine, a tampon, up. And why, dear man?
Because I am the boom.
You're great. Say, no, or Sergeant Cacrana.
Papa, was this a margin baby? If you say, was this a margin crab, Mamma, who say, energy noa, or the body on your head, that you know. A mamma cried, they made me speedy up. Me more than that. Because Nipana or bargain or no, if you was in some by the year, why he didn't support to Papado. Eh, Yamuke to what that's a media, but the board of Mahama was see terminatory, Amayahu pain. What by Habonumu, Amayahu, why ye get it here, why ye hospitals are hodo. even se kwabraba no so be ka akufo ado a every day bia or commission toilet ba kwekura no at least
okay
why
all right
you be
ma musa question back right the fact is that Ura John Dramani Mahama why is na why on is it automatic say and I say straightforward if be any one if you are on your so why be visa a bit ma yabro the why na
papa but as you okasa say nipa bebre aba pen eko na ye hu John Mahama ye fi say why be nti obi betima aba ye more than that obi betima aba na mmom sa obi ni jiso oba be ya ansa na ye hunu say obetima ye because say wo no obi a on hwe da na wo de nanum asem in fact papa da biara misate no wo hate say ye de anum asem ene ye to aba man ni dia ye go back koto aba no nsa ma akufo ado biu because ne manifesto de ba
Bema mene wa ho
papa me wo pa
Miss Rewu ansana yema Ura John Dramani chance na de no wa ya ansana yema the chance no
papa na John Dramani Mahama na wa war politics him for most your friend saying platform and as a political we know ya beka the same kra what deep politics ya chi acha ma ya hunu no you hunu say one ebinum kra so ya assembly man pe ho de na mini ho wa ye MP a wa ba parliament wa beka sama ya tene ideas from samre no a pesise osanya akwanya be ye minister deputy minister or be ye vice president or be ye president na ehunu nyuma enti na ye gradual processor enye one time personal onam ni ba bia na ohun se dan bi ho apai na osimewuram so ohun sabire nu se wo de sa menka se mo obi an support so ani fan because se onye hwido na me say the energy ni ayese so support sa papa no na wani abienu na mpete me ba ho say no you can't take it like that say because for me the why be my hunu pen ene ye gina the why pen no so timi edi ne ho adanse but the onye bi da me John Mahama ta ma o ma pen no na me no me need that fame ya wa hini won ne say oh President Mahama ba obetima abaye niema bi esabi obi anya bi da so ahu ba na dia ye kasa dia me ma hunu na ho oden nti energy na me didi ne ho adanse ne kire say dia waye no de oye ye no even say ye ma ne kwan na oye bi ato aso abedru sa ene ya enke etimi hu say bi anka waye more than the hu ye no now the oba obetima ya abrosa yes nemom edi na de be check what is the guarantee papa edi any guarantee ama NDs ni MPP ya abosom for bonefo to the extent so wo mo de omuntimi nya Ghana fi ni just na kwa bebedi akọ na kwa bebedi akọ no me say edi na ye guarantee se ono no ehọ na me problem na anu no me ni problem bi ase obi ntimi ma me ye Ghana yi obi abetima be ye na se na excuse me to say akwadon ko nya me fa ne currency no ballot box so ndi akwadon ko betima bu ma ya chere chada na no but no wo so bi eti enipa no bia wo so obekire na ho de but wa wo support wo mo person wo downgrade ebinim obi di bi achi say wo mo ye sycophant but wo de na kwa mbedi akon achi na kwa mbedi akon atimi aka so de pobeko kumase obeye transportation sa na ma ye ya o kan emu de he apart from say or the pobeko kumase emu de he na akufo ado ankan bi wo Ghana even one district one village one dam Epo Yonko no. That policy was not a small policy. Enti oba e ultimi ya na. Enti na make say nipa o mada no. Ye ka say okay, NDC ni MPP are failing here. Na guy we there me did this and some more can to us but to have energy to the extent to testify to everybody should stop from any other political party and follow that guy no there. For me, I don't see that one say because only the ya no asem keke so be to me ayo so to me nyo papa e dey check enti e ho na me problem nyo nyese bia na John Mahama na wayo bi pen ene manti a na e say ye mane ba na mmomba bi ofo ayo owura mu bia no ye hu ni full steps say no didi ya chire kakra enti say e ya apprenticeship mpo a osua amamuo kakra Enti amamu nye just from here you don't know what is there, you have never been there before. Even assemblyman papa will on standing bida. Well, you can't have that confidence in him. Na later waba be catch and say, oh, yeah, akwada gu any masi. When I say na Canada Japan was on top. If you say, yes, a banner juma bia wa bia juma chubia or Ghana. It's Kennedy there. Say I'm for any president no, not just him there. Papa Kennedy and Nia ye kasai. Why net Sanjini Dibus over to Mabumai? Ghana ni Ben Kennedy or that's Kennedy. Because Omo was a fairly Ghana for one, Womodinachi. Omo trust a man who said Kennedy saw one yenny puppy a sabu bit imaginity. I didn't think a man a bassa. And it's any man who been a maker who has him say, says, Anna, dear, dear. And yet, you bet him my opportunity panel. You bet to me, I did the penalty because of more or my back on it. Name, I know.
I drew.
Name, say, yeah, this energy beat to say, like, ubet him the one they cross but what you mean downgrade or more or moody probably a sub or more who do my penalty. In fact, yeah, no, yeah, evidence you. Yeah, will proof. Yeah, will the huntia, yeah, papa, when you make that say, a dear na wire pen. Dear na wire no politics in pen. Now, say, Obi will honor no one, ya say, or no one, Timia Sissina dying, or born a home or thing, why, yes, you cannot say this, you can't presidency na yenim so obi onim sika pebie betima bumandia ene Ghana ho ne yen hwede owo sika na yen kwosere no na yen fa man hyedensa efise obi wo ho a politics no mpe na mbom yede akonwa no ma na obedi obi wo Ghana ho politics atemdidie ene even na se ne nka yen kopa ahemfo ye otumfo wo hoi kumasifo nyina ginidi nti yede akamfo nyina ye hene no ye ginidi na yem penkran here also majority or yem fan any vice. That's uncle for no crank or Montana because or more dom almost our one yansa for almost some wasi. Yes, Annette, etinu, and yes, a beer. Ye cassa onya obiachidio, but so ye campaign doesn't mean say so downgrade and this in MPP nana na kwam bediako. For me, or no to me muma in Ruse even. Your friend say because nada kwa mbedi akuso was a political party me no mu a nka this you kura wa honya so this you cry for ban because party me no le wo ho omu me no link it to Ghana parliament omu link it to Ghana judiciary omu link it to every your friend say institution papa be e wo Ghana police form panifo nyina no link it to these political parties enti so obedi akonwa nene yo kine ya anya hwe wunnya nipa foforo bia other than sa political parties omunkrofo binum a wa mo prepare omo binum be resign from DC be resign from MPP no ma abejoine at the end of the day no abekronsa nti no the American so obetima buman no nemom until so be yema yehunu sa dance die tententene ahoden no ayedidi ne ho dance say he will do better than them no you can't testify that you don't have anything to say adibia ni ho a wodi eno ne ye evidence says akwa no other than say na no asem keke o Canada bia no nti na ma obetima bu Ghana sa no eno na make ho asem papa enye to bia na John Dramani Mahama bia sebi ono no de wakwa amamu hu school nti na ma ye dabi obia ni ho a oye fair say ana oye number 1 ana sebi odimu aye on the betima ka so ye hunu kroje o mada na ono de o na ebe ye agenkwa Yesu Kristo e friend saying JJ Rollins na friend Junior Jesus ewi e de na kosi ye enti eno de esramo de o mada no oba no obebo adwuma na ye hunu anwuma no e fa e na e kase ye ntoa no so tinema ye to aba no 2 times mani pa ba akono. And don't forget to say Niama walking kind in just 4 years pen or woe. Obano to me ye mu half and a year castle on twice be so hentino and yes simple as ABC said ye a yametisa as a month for Canada and then did to say it or no dear baby or one Say ya mana media kunyana ya hwiri nipa bi. Abi say na akufo ado amedi Ghana president ya. Nka Ghana fo nyina nim say ya hwiri nipa kashie bi o. Ye politics him a hwiri nipa bi asabi. Nyansa ne nim die no. Eye more than obia. Enso na one ba omia. Omo bedru ono twa de trokan. Nti eno na ye ka ho asem papa. So obi sa me a ehɔ na me pese me de mata me pese me de masem no kɔ moma yenka nipa no yeni ne ho adanse se ne nsɛm o kan yentie ye betumi atie bi but mamu pagya ne se ɔno no mom eye nipa bi asabi se yanto aba ma ne de na yeni de eye eno de ɔka ne sa wanka ne because ɔno guide no ano asɛm o ka me se ye friend say ye friend papa yi saying and I come be diako papa se me o chen me ewo amamu nsihye ya ode agu famu a sika no wo chen me but e ba se ye ntra se ne ye zo emfa pen ne paper antoto ha na ne ma hwe papa na me edwina asem bi wa hu Ghana na e wo ho no a ye wo bibi a ye from first word control ye wo second word na wo third word ye third word etu obi a oba ho bia no e so dwene se kon be fa so ode be free third word no ma ba se kampo anza na ya ba fe anza na ya bedru sa first class countries no enti say may tax returns no eno ye first world countries na ye o eye o man develop o man making system our system no ne check sa na ma no you can't do it in Ghana ene ya ye ka say you can't do it tax return untimi nya ne ne o chine ya sa ena mamu onye gidi sa o he nti be de ene say obetima abu man fine eno de ye ono anasem fine obetima akọ but ye na ye support no that doesn't mean say ye ni nyansa ena ye na ye feel say ontimi mu man no you need to know the reason why ye feel say no ono na ye the best no because how man we ya bubu ase ya pansama duru ba bi e wo no na wananti Ghana nyina check abudi aye wo wone na o de wa be check mi wa me ye wo mi nyina mi nimba bi ye tu bibia wo Ghana ene na o de wa famu ahu ye nimba bi a hye dadada ba bi edua ka shu wo Ghana mi nim ni nyina ba bi edua koko ye mi nim ba bi ete ye friend say anka wo Ghana pa ye nim ni nyina anka ba bi ansuo tomo e wo Ghana ye nim ni nyina wo Ghana nti ade bi oba bi a ye tu petro ye nim ba bi etu gold dodo ye nim enti no se na wo de wo hunu eno no de pa na je zo kra de wo far away ye mu binum no ye nim from afar enti Ghana na wo nye sa de man ne hia na mum ye hia system that system na ye hia no enye one day job system me obi a obeba o ka ho asa akofo ado told us say oba Ghana konwa so ade obedi kan aye constitution no obesesa no one time obetra so no ananum sem say constitution no hwa for be any in fact when any year in the second term he say for be any constitution the application is the problem or more apply constitution no here the problem and you know say nipa bi obetina konwa so wan say na adwene so oba be ye apply quality your friend say rules and regulations here opa ko fa hwan hwan bra the same thing nemom eje nipa bi a na koma ye na adwene ye no opega na ye no war per pass Ghana be konanima sa nipa no obefa sa akwan so but here is the case and nana kwan be dey akono how do you know how can you testify how can you believe in that person say ono na ye nipa ameka na ho asemi nti papa we na ye ka ho asemi ni no a ye ntan yo bia efese Ghana na mamenka nkyerɛw bio say enhia so obi abrante obi di president ne feel eno enye hwe okọ countries bibiri so omo president na omo anyinyini but omo bobra Joe Biden oba ye na wanya the mo friend dementia o se hwan no na ne wure free ne ho enso America omo inflation ankofom ekofom sen nya ni na man confirm because no one control economy no nipa wo ho yes adwuma no me broni bi na no o ka kire me say oforiata o ye too old say or ye economist minister but one got the president no say dipa na all here dey no so no enti uba na say we ya akokorampo na ofa branti ya wonim so wonim nyansa na obehwe sika no so a obehwe so ye no onim sika asem obehwe so ye na akokora no a opese odi sika no fro play na one ma akotwa omo ho no ono obeka kira brand e say na maka me na 2 minutes wo me okofo say executive power no rely only on the president omo maka nyina advices enti the president no ba na se ono na adwene nya me say Ghana be koso aye de oye no enti na kwambedi akobetima bu oman yi betima bu Ghana kama obetima aye de opebia na me obetim so asan de Ghana kra kodich because of inexperience or near experience ba akokora wa mamu bia ho said esi a manage company and yet the same as how we manage a country or mine different hanti said the obinim ball bono onyini na so be coach ya enye omunyina na ya yehu the resource to say the na Maradona nim ball boy oba obeye coach ya wa anye kuru abakorada ehu amanfo bebra na omunim football bopa aba omu wie be coach ya omuntumi nye good coach ntumi nye omu sa ahoden no na energy no ne knowledge no ana omo de ball no omuntumi transmit to the players omuntumi enfanto homa players no mebobi enzu be hu se player bi ana oye normal no nche da anya ade bia no na ono kura be ye quality coach na no ye be ye da hu ye be hu wo mra ye de adwuma na ache ne nsa na wa ye na watima abo ache enti yo na ma ye no de esremo enti
Mr. Wo mema bene wa o
ya papa me ho papa cho me
on se emre edi adane me boa
sa pepe
enti emra Owura John Mahama ebe it is not the same as Ebra Obaye some years ago, right?
Right.
Na se wa hwe hu a footballer e bia watena bench ache bebre no oba field kura ha enche na nna mabu, right?
Say otanye
training intino said ya o ka owura bedi akode no you are also preparing yourself. Say your expectations may be a disappointment of Mahama.
That's right.
This time around.
I know dear, Papa. Me no Papa. Me for one no see born say. And yet all that na enunti na ma me no men kan kire na kwa mbedi akọ ana say medua okatachi say e bia wudi sa brante na ti a wo no unim de wo ye ana say bia wadwene wo fom ne ade no because John Mahama no all ban media for one thing I know ni say what na nchen na wo ye player say player nya say unim bo na mbom bibi nti na akọtra nchen nti wo ba na say eye pra na upra na ne wo hotowa oba wo tinchen wo hu ball no mbo say mistake ana wo kra wo ye ne sese no wo be wuram no nya players wo munim ball pa o that na bench o so re ba be go free bench ba no wa be go no wa yi play team na free ye hawo mu sa enti wo hu no more mistakes tama na o ye no na wo ye youngwa mistakes wo ye do so chance wanyini. Here is the case, John Mahama Tamonya, a Kwanya Bay president. Tin America's presidency betrue John Mahama Kwaimu. Na ebi on prepares or by a president. The moment they are never true no Kwaimu. And here's the case, Onuneya Onua training manifesto say na me person me implemented. Na kwa break as and be say, Obi pese America obi na shemra say yentu about 4 years. Obi John Mahama ba no say. On my way na yetima ye ho kiri yesi no ene kwan so obi ko nursing training obi ko teachers training na yetua ne ka na owie ba fie a sa nipa no ano oba betena fie apa adwuma onya adwuma na ne sa sika no se ye de ye adwuma na nipa no ba fie no onya adwuma ya ene otua ne school fees even into school fees mpo ye be man allowance emra de nipa ba ko na ehye na ye nyina ye di so but ya no tie mu keka nsema kase e de gitu me because there ye dey allowance no man no so no office say ne income e na akachi but ye dey sika na ebo bra enti wo kwa akwaje bosia wo bi man so dey abeye o property na wo chema binum di office say wadwene ye adwuma but na obi pese ye ne sa na John Mahama si ye nyai enti papa me di man no si no de na ye say sa na pese me de enti John Mahama oba obeye ne ma papa that's it
ye be that's it be ma bene wa ono so akire na agene kama pa Minim Watchama ho. Watchman. I'm saying a Watchama Pesuti. Oshana Yirin Chen into a Pesuti keke. My Dr. Jingo and Kebi, and then we do a reset for final words, and then we can run up. Dr. Jingo, what's him in car? Bamaso.
Papa, me reach point of Bonkozo.
Okay, all right. Yo, thank you. Yo, Abe, Yanko, your final word. Your second round and your final word. Abe, Yanko.
Smiley.
Yanko. So what's you be fine? And there was young womb. Your learnings from what people have said, among other things. Yanko.
In fact, I didn't hear Akwesi speak. I miss a few people. I didn't hear. I knew when Sam came on, but unfortunately, I missed most of his presentation. But I heard Owahin, his passionate call for arms for Shada. And Biniwa, I don't know whether Biniwa is on or he's gone. So I want to ask Biniwa, if I go and stand for president, he will vote for me. You understand? About Smiley, the problem we are having in Ghana is, I keep saying this, most people are occupying roles and positions they don't have a clue about, simply because they belong to a political party or they belong to certain groupings. And that grouping don't care, so long as you root for them or you've rooted for them, that is all. Papa Smiley, if Uyibo does that at all, they are very discreet in doing that. There are certain positions, certain roles that when they don't give it to anybody. You understand? Because they know these persons' non-performance or non-delivery is going to cause a lot of disservice to themselves. Baba Smiley, the role Donald Trump has given to Elon Musk, Elon Musk has not done that role before. Elon Musk has not held any political position before. But if you look at the role, it falls within his remit. That role, if really Elon Musk is the one to do it, there's going to be a lot of application of technology in the American governance process. Because to achieve the sort of efficiencies for which that department was set up requires a lot of automation of most of the processes, the governance processes. Papa Smiley, you can't say the same in that part of the world. You understand? They are talking of efficiency. Papa Smiley, have you ever come across the context in which efficiency is used in our part of the world? Have you heard efficiency being mentioned in our part of the world? In what context? Have you? Hello, Papa Smiley.
Abe koso na me sakura dem wa koso. Why? Oyitio. Why?
Papa Smiley, I've said here several times, and I always relate it to our value system. When Oyibo talks about productivity, or Oyibo measures the success of whatever they are doing in terms of productivity, in terms of costs, in terms of efficiencies. In our part of the world, either we don't understand it or we don't know what it is. It doesn't show in whatever we do. That is a sad bit. It doesn't, nobody from top to bottom. All what we care about is spending, budget. Sometimes by the time they read the budget, people will come and say it's not enough. We don't measure our life, our way of life, whatever we do, in terms of productivity, in terms of efficiencies, in terms of, we don't measure anything. Igbo people, they have a saying that what gets measured gets done. So some of us, this is what worries us. When we talk of development, Igbo is not developing because they are constructing roads anyhow. Do you understand? Everything they do, they have parameters they use to measure the success or failure of that program. But in our part of the world, all what sycophants say is, oh, we've done the thing is available, it is me who did it. That's all. Whether the thing they've done is fit for purpose, whether the thing is needed, or whether the thing was done at the right cost, no. And when you tend to ask these questions, they say hatred. They say we don't appreciate anything. They say we don't worship the person because the person has done something that we don't even know whether the thing needs to be done or whether the thing is fit for purpose. Or that is what we need. But because it's on the political party ticket, we should all be worshiping them. So in the end, we waste money, we waste time. People die out of the thing, not even serving any purpose or not being fit for purpose. But personally, these MPP people are priding themselves of drones. How many lives? They are left with 2 months to go. How many lives have that drone saved? And what savings has it brought to the whole nation? When you ask these questions, they say you are insulting. They say you are not grateful. Hello?
Abe, Koso.
Do you understand? You are not grateful. Everything they do, you are not happy. But some of us don't think like that, though. Do you understand?
All right,
So
Abe,
yes.
I think we will have to ask you to just spend a little bit of time on showing us parameters that we should use to measure success, especially in our political circles. And all can you say, you know, parameters now in your case you may use to measure the success of this present administration. Boy on komo kakra or any administration be boy on komo kakra even after young queen.
Baba Swali, okay. Baba, the rates of change in our exports negative. Inflationary rate useless. Foreign exchange rate, nothing. Reserves, nothing. Measures like productivity, non-existence. Do you understand? Improvement in standard of living, negative. All the parameters, all the criteria are used to assess this group of people. Always, all of them will
okay, all right. The other kind of say actually, you know one. What's it?
Yeah.
The change in export, right?
Yes.
Which you can also equally link it to productivity.
Yes.
What's it? One of the measure. Inflation is also one of the measures, right? Reserves, and so another measure. An improvement in standard of living, and also one measure. Perhaps when we come back on this very issue,
non-existence efficiency measures. No, it's completely not there. But as well, let me tell you one thing. Ken Ofori-Atta managed to destroy. That is what he used to destroy the economy of Ghana. The destruction of our savings capacity. But as well, let me tell you, savings, in well-managed economies, two things: fiscal policy and monetary policy. Do you understand? That is where you determine interest rates, amount of money supply in the system, and so on. That's monetary policy. They use that to control the economy. Then we have fiscal policy. Do you understand? That is a government expenditure. Government expenditure, ideally, we are supposed to operate around budget surplus or maybe break even. It is out of fiscal policy that we have savings. And the savings are two types of savings. Government savings from the budget they read, and private sector savings. Okay, let's assume because we are developing, we cannot make savings from the government side because we are always running budget deficit. Because we are supposed to make the savings from the government budget sector. By not running budget, we are supposed to run budget surplus, but we cannot because of uncontrolled expenditure. So we cannot make savings there. But private sector savings, private sector savings from companies, from individuals, Papa Smalley, Singapore, Singapore was, because most of investment, most of internally generated investment come from savings within. You understand? So what Singapore did in the 50s is that Singapore encouraged the citizens, the little money they earn, to put it into government-managed savings account. So that if it could come from your earnings or your private savings or everything, and the government manages it, and the government adds something to it, just to encourage the people to save. And that money, they say you can use it for your own education if you want to educate yourself, for hospital, healthcare, to buy a house. You understand? To buy houses. Chile did the same thing. Then later other South Americans. So that is a source of savings.
That's okay.
And that money, Papa Smalley, that money here, and pensions and so on. So all the pensions people are forced to do is all part of the savings.
Okay. Abi,
and that money,
why?
They use the money to undertake investments. But just couples that were part of the work can Ofori-Atta destroy all of this. So when we cannot make savings from the fiscal policy from the government sector, the little savings too from the private sector too, in terms of companies, individual, this can destroy all of that. So that is why we don't have any the level of investment in our part is completely non-existent.
Okay, Abe, thank you very much. Now, when it comes to the parameters to use in measuring the success of an administration, I'm saying you've made mention.
A lot. I can give you a lot, and all of them will go south. When something is going south, you say it's going negative. Do you understand?
Okay, all right.
Do you understand? None of them is going off. All of them are going down.
The difference here. What can be fine? When we come back and then
the people come, they see building, they see flower pot. That is all they see.
Oh, Abi, yeah. When we come again and then we can have some facts to back it up. Perhaps we also say up we can go there and check all some of these parameters.
Which app? Is it the Baba Smiley, that site performance tracker they did? Okay, Baba Smiley.
If
you are marking yourselves, your own examination paper, would you fail yourself?
Send who feel I know what your answer na she hui. Abi, thank you very much. Yanko Samsa phones no so emfa ne second and then the final word in Sam. Yanko Aminia. Your final word.
No, Papa Smiley, Mama
Fonko. Okay, all right then. Yeah. Thank you so much. And let's say some video in order I'm here there. Me go ayiro. Some video say kwabena wana.
Papa Smiley.
Watch him aba. Me fraud and I'm say yeah, I would offer about change.
Na me said that dear mo. I'm a bit under the weather, but it's okay.
Oh, get over it. Get over it, please.
It's go for bebre someone mo keka. Nipa ba ku na me di ne ho ya pa. Ba ma benawa. Then ye be fa so a be hu se obi betumi aye bibi. Ko hwehwe adwuma se we do CV to wa meboa.
Pepe.
Na ebi se bi ya to ano meboa. Nti ye nyina ye kai adwumbo mu ane hu se adwuma ye de ma wa obetumi aye. Na hwehwe Cheddar ne manifesto say 12 pillars of the begu hoya. What it to both MDC and MPP one. Ultimately say I grew up in omudi edi. And to say well when you baby do pempen so would do don't want to me and share obi ninyama waye what ready out to horn so oba ono obey say Opese okokoye biansa na who trained the experienced. You see, I know the bring one the maintenance and say Cheddar no on ye bida. But this is a guy is coming from a business world. Oshe ni nyamo di ye campaign now no ani sika no de ye. So oshe MPP ni NDC a ya ye sika ana omodi ye campaign. And the HB so. And that straight away no should tell you say when you pano wa pa na say or nimdi obetumi dia ye de o kasa obeye no. Ya trankro no mu a o hwa hwan na mama otumi kache say central region and western region. Sasika pudo na shehodmo. And I say Volta region is the most endowed AE. Oh, it's surprising to say we are not stretching our imagination. I think say a dream who quit here, be also because we're transferring our dream. And what the other two parties are
doing is just to gain political power and spend our money, waste our money. Sike bebrebe omuso mu ba ambe omu de bechiche ni ade omu ko fefi ye be free SHS ho asika. We need to be serious as a nation. Ni hwe obi a obetumi di yekro na de afa kwan bi so a ahuto bebe kro mu hono. Now I tell you what, people are suffering in Ghana under this current government. A lot of people are suffering. And yet individuals who cry companies as well as corporations in Brewo, Saba and Ninsano. If we've got someone who has the mind, uchi na no kasa, uchi send you in someone now Obabona to go to Moa, na was more. Kufuado, Mokase Kufuado, ye man a chance, or prefer for a very long time. I say, man a chance, and I say, I invite number a year, and Yabeka say, Yashri, a man. But we knew a lot of people knew what Kufuado stood for. Obia kai Ghana for the ya swording and I ain't in ye. Because you see, I wish every day be a more commission baby. Why is it so? Why is it the case? Say, yen to me and ye roadmap papa and Hormo. Near she shed in your men fen to Naquemus and ye said down na your between end of a government and now your elections and sana. Your commission in Yama. It's just terrible. And see, for me, say I did no vote, and I'm a bush and for you, my catch on someone too much of that. Because I cried a bit me for society, me no, I'm saying when I'm with you a Ghana hormone.
I see. Now, Mama Kakra say I'm funny, okay, so I'm too much of that.
And I said we are supporting them.
Okay. So they all support to them.
It's ongoing support. From here.
I say one new reason be I say yeah bro mo money
I'm 4 weeks no with and then these people will come and mess your life up for 4 years.
That's right.
Why you know? One says, sir, be a moye audit be a moye almost Ghana, your IQ your low no. I'm beginning to understand it very, very well. We shared argument tabi mobile radio subeye, which you someone more count to say, no, our IQ is really low. And therefore we should find a way of increasing our potential.
Our critical thinking. So
yeah,
I'm saying lately I was looking into the issue of critical thinking. Yeah, can't watch them in diverse forms, but one thing that I've come across that will improve your critical thinking, curiosity. So I'm saying, yeah, church say curiosity kills the cat. Right? But a curious mind improves your critical thinking.
They are not curious enough. They are not asking a lot of questions.
That's right.
They just jump into bandwagon and then spread whatever they wanted to spread. Because
I'm saying what me am to say it's curious mind and I think you touched on one thing that works with curiosity, asking questions. So
yeah,
we will certainly talk about that. What kind of questions at all should you be asking when you want to feel or satisfy your curious mind? But Chairman, thank you so much. Why? Nati Bongo ansa na Kwabena ba. Nati, ene your second and your final. Yanko, ni nyina afa bom. Yanko.
Papa.
Udi ni.
Udi ni na ne say. Me fact baby America na. Ghana ni Ukuru. Ayo. The SM pen for ye. Anye school kra se ma me de account. Me imagine na me kire. So what you say? Aha. Na yema Ukuru no ho. Enipa bi nye responsible for omuniema bi ya because papa krom an kwa akra wa akra no kra na wo so wo hwe no kra no bibia si I say child support tiu say yes a wo hu enipa take decision bi na ebeboa ama sans ma make nyina so azan den aboa but I say ye ne basa nti ama ene say Ghana wona mo a oka obehwe na ya betu tai ne de ko so it's not safe as Menka said, but any safe being safest no. Because yakwa kuma ubi no bema bi akoda akwa uvu no nhwa akra no nya ne hwe no parental ibia no ne nam nti on sa ne ma we nyina yade a na make say aban bia no a wo ba wo hwe eho sa ne mani nyina je no so ye one thing na me hu say high besa ka biem abatwa ye koto no mesre Ghana for ne koto maba umbe yinu no yesre omunsom na sumdwi emra because December man for da yo plans pa one we na bibi ko sise wom asemo aba me giri say bibia so nyeden ensi chada mone sa ensoma na so wa hin mo kan na no I don't know, like I said me ehame self ballot box no ballot paper no eni pay gusu 13 no papa me ehame ubi samia ehame eni pa 30 yes you practice you can say you practice you can say democracy but just I see diagro I mean it's just waste of money. Nipa no wa would say about to coach wa would nipa Ghana for koto abadi I mean just waste of money and waste of energy. They need those too much. They papa mama psychology ni kakra ma ni nyina ka oh me say eniama me ha me wo Ghana no say ababi hu nyansa dia toto kwan mu a ebe mu obi anya sound mind adwene no eye adwuma yi a na to make a good decision for yourself but adwene nya adwuma yi na dede bebrebe ni ase hemfidie radi kan kopon say intino mo say e kan say World Health Organization because adwene no eye no kre papa be a dede obi bebrebe bia no ni putu say nya de say eboa nti ebesere dede no as time goes on me say denya ebenya president bia onim nyansa de boa be kasa means make sure say enema bi sa no ebetete so ka kwan mu agina ni basim preaching ni just a wutika mu a wo kwa say wo ye no obi abegina ho falsely. No wonder say Ghana last make Ghana akwa bi nko mu yi na si form. I'm telling you. Na ho betire no plane flight I have from na dey come from New York na pa sorry or be preach wo ba yinim. So nti e besere papa.
O de mo se nya ho ponsa on.
Oh papa. Da be na wo say nyame fa sama. Ghana for ko Ghana pa. Da be no ate say Ghana de nyame a. Ana nye nyame a. Enye nyame kra na ewiase no nipa no wakọ ni sukuru no akosua ne palo no de yae hwe ni bibia enti ne wiase wo te ho no ma obetima bompaye ama nyame ai ba mu abe bibia but wa mo wadwena anya adwuma ebeka ya mo ma ko madwuma yi me ko adwuma bia me hwe me ka make sure said and I will be tie ni bia adwa na tiatia be break him bibia especially if I me call long journey me make sure say me fa bibia my first fair time mafa you can say machine am tie kra kodu okwan mu a bibia me galon kra that was should say bia all of a sudden me ka gas ko san baby na say nya nyina wo sa nipa wo so mo wadwene ye adwuma but say me ko tra ka animu na ma start hiribaba urade mi sra wo mi tukwan mi do so bebe na ma tram ma prepare ma nya hwe na papa kai ko say o kai ko doku esi bia bi kra wo break kra nya obi uti adwene ni ye adwuma nipa bi adwene ni ye adwuma yi a ema utimi make decision e for but adwene ni nya adwuma na say ejina obi so as ejina obi so ni nyina is centered to honhom bi a ema papa untimi take good care of yourself because you think say honhom bi she baby and e yo sa but if you are responsible for your wrongdoings maybe a nyama papa bi a wo ye na ye ya papa ebema wa adwene mu ada ho yi. That's right. So na make say sa problems we nyina good guy get break Ghana be na how be kwa aso dem ya say me tuka fa with my cancer be 7 but ni nyina close obi anu a wo hyem ye hiri baba bia Thanksgiving be on be bie kama obi a be kwa ko chiro mo bompae so just here but say ya bie ni Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday say unya bi but kura ye say pese ya chichire ese say ye kua di bi ma bi obekora nkrofo samaso demu adan a ne store ne nema ne yento nti wo hunhun bi e na abi store ni mu a emu bi ma beto ne nema na ote ho ne ye hye ne nkom ni fie bibi hye ho generational yi bi hye ne fie ho obi wo mu fie busum bi ma ne nema nkoso nti just say we are not responsible because there's papa e bia wakofa nema ba be good umho enema wakofa phone we da he wakofa yi wakofa phone 200 Ghana cedi oba ye no enam fa so dudu nti no wo ya 500 Ghana cedi me so me kofa me de no me de be 200 Ghana cedi no me say 270 nti me pemfa so 270 wana ne de be kontem so hu ye say na say ye enema basa even in Burkina Faso by Ghanaian community ha ye papa nyo enye so hu ama enema bi won ma in fact ya nhwe ye kuro ne ye be kono continent me no be ka kotena Ghana be retire isika de be ye nyina usika masa otewa no pa no enkra mbi no de sika be gina ho o be pedu ne adi wan fa ma na de sika be si ye kuro ne nhwe ye asa na be du be because we are not ye microphobia responsible so hu ye microphobia responsible ma dwene mo ye bibi ese mo ti ase ade o ya we ne nye na ho consequence ni so hu ye ka se ye ne sa ebeboa ye isi ni hu scan ne Ghana on say na me ba me say too much into me say me wura meta ka time go so ni be di hu komo
yo I will see ye be da se na se say ye be ma ye nyina ye hu task maako kitchen bi say Abi on a bigger umbrella, and we were talking about the parameters to measure the success of an administration. Now, Jumaki to be a person over research kakra or on health, right? Now, the obey research to be what was the life expectancy? Perhaps over the past, how has our life expectancy been over the past 8 years? So, and also you look into a little bit into access to healthcare. Try and check for us infant and maternal mortality rates as well. So,
for us, the topics na good win mama
Mati. But all the end said Anamakano life expectancy over the past 10 or 8 years in Hoshamai. Ghana access to healthcare and so on who has some kakra kama and nafi infant and maternal mortality rates. So and also say as what you say the you so when I'm sure. And also now the abre kama why
yo
okay yo I was see thank you so much ne yanko say I was here with you kwabna also o second and your final yanko
The final for the day, and I said,
for the day. For the day.
Okay. I mean, the emphasis is on me, which you want to say.
I come find out. I said, find out. I want to say a day. Now, if you do, you.
All right. And now, as a man to you, woman, as a Thanksgiving man to now, I don't know, as I say. And the other me say, I say, we have every right to be thankful for, what we have, what we do when you're doing it. Actually, I don't know how I didn't about me move within that man. As I say, Nyankopon never be brave, but I say, yeah, we don't appreciate and never be brave. Coming, so many things. Oh, near money at the life of crack. At times, I be a Mikaisa. The recent returning from Ghana, Krana, Michelle Rohonoma, Kra, me home ya Caribbean Manasa. Then whom ya Kakrasa Bessabet Kahone at the Papa, Mentor Christmas tree said life on be. We were frequent and be every year, I could be no BB, no idea, see who be no. But Sunday, me point, sorry, penams no. I tell me, got Christmas tree for the first time. That is it. I'm touching the Kranam Zin and go on Krawayad. That is it. I could talk, be so I can think on Mumfadi Mubum. But I say, then I say, Bibia, Yankopon, I am a bia. Why never be pray? I say, Anna said, you have to appreciate the name be. Papa, and yeah, you Anna say, Umtumika, ya doom binti. And Yama, Nipa Communia, I don't know. Anna go say, some be near money, Papa. Adding Ghana, adding Crana, and your dancer. Baby, I want you to baby. If you see me, at times, you meet me who be. I don't make catch you be say, we young Ghana for credit me feed America for. Especially Akata for. We can feed them. We might connect, Papa. Yeah. Akata, the one fan a Diana. A Diana could be I left over and cry on farm. But it mean no Diana. It me a party is near the near invite on some midi quano coffee. But no one yes, I didn't know. Onye. Thanksgiving, young. My woman didn't invite for 4 or 5 years. Miss Omom Lefi or my pedian. So no academy on film with the agent if you that. This would ya. This would ya on farm on mount. And I know your papa answered that.
More Thanksgiving that way.
Papa, you were there.
I see.
You were there.
And as America for someone done it, Moody Jessica now the brain.
Oh, there be a Yeniska.
I say Yeniska.
Yeniska. Zopete, young, she put me out the eye. Any ever felt when you so. You must say, Yamu be a school. And I read it. And you don't go, your mouth take care, your mouth take care. And no matter some small fire extinguisher be. Because you say, Yenny Edmund precautions at the edge of my power. You say, taking a time, some young when you meet me catch a fire. As I there will be some small fire extinguisher in case said ya try need jatumwa neja west priwade neja wodu manana wa fe 911 it do as America for bronya pani bronya pa no na ye ochina no bebi abefa bi aduane is everywhere but anya akada omoma aduane ni omonyo papa da takata ni ma $2 ahu. So yeah, watch your dear mouth, their bob is here. Yeah, do you remember the $2 I give you the original dear back? It doesn't mean I'm sure the way I hear Nema. Papa bet me Ghana and I see and watch the idea here Bruno. A Ghanaian can host a be American equal on office or at the other one office and hotono. Especially look up what them could you come as a dear and then as I say in a passa. They will host you when you bet but put your money somewhere. So and the Papa, we have every right to be thankful to God. So when I feel say when in your man who went in so there, you can continue to do whatever you want. Papa, you ask me who say you said you buy no, you be caught without nothing. Sana me. I don't know who say between trust the man say Tinema ana ebi out there the politicians you more premier, more pre-adan, more pre-way. At the end of the day, no. What's the solution? Ebe twa ekura na ebe se the COVID by house is ka for petit trooper ni etu omugu se take ya aye over se take ya be over ya ye kotu agu. That's what happened. And what is all this? Na me ade ana me sense ho Papa thank you bi as obi ope ni me bi as ope Ghana yi papa ama na kwanya no ono be stamping block ama nipa bebree o ma okra mesin ko the other end no watimi akwa successful on the other side papa ahwe abrofo said omo ye omo niema said the white people omo property omo fanya omo ma o omo bede property no based omo the hwe omo nananom omo bede ade no the omo nana say wasem no conscientize that is say omo be say nkwada no so nanafo no so adwen say omo de no ade no so san akọ omo nananom so hu na say omo bede say ye were to say whatever they bede it say you kura omo bede it that way me you and the way eja oma ene nyina sa mindset no wutirim you want Ghana to be say the obroni ye ne o wadwen wutirim say net tie papa me ka say asema wo ahene be kan ya ene omo say say the same asem no chada de okoka eye aye ade papa say waka tamani e ka free SHS ho asema na omo ka say o ayi no and am ka say o in America ni ade kon e fa so ehun say we ye hia ni na say we wu sika na say you can afford and say you can afford no. It's all about your tax returns are be a child they can na me ko kan sa time minu afa ka Mr. Kitty Yosin brande betie no amanfo aba o munya kwam na nsam oka na ne sasam na no se bi mo se chada ko ka dia chada aka asem ka tienti yen konko support so o kasa na me hu se Ghana for na dwen no because be a time kwam na no asem bi akwabra be ka bi yen tontwene but the same asem no se bi a kwaku ko kana odi kwaku achi dia kwaku asem no can make sense. Oh yes, only say Bruni does it. Abrofo no mo fa hate en kaza mo. O tia asem na say we asem na wo kana. E dey be import the what sim. E dey be na ebetimi use the ayama na yi. Because if you say chess no. Yanya tax return system, papa, it will create jobs kwa me bia accountant for nketo we omugu ba bi omuye bia no. E bia edwadifo ma yi be ko mo say o fa le tax man. Owie na oji obi 50 Ghana cedis kura na ubozo betinya calculate obi nye nipa 20 amese minya se amese u create job o sama o system asaya de ba ade kwabna na akokenti no enye de ba to obi koka se yemfa po enkoto kumase de a se me kwabna na meka se de epo beko kumase a ka ehun atem didi a nka menya no ka mi se nka mo pa chi se mo de 1 week ene clinic akwantifo yi so nanado so the free SHS ni ade ye sika e wo ho ye say ye wo ye wo say ntino sika na wo ye de be ye yes ye man further and better particulars asani ati ase ba omo amusu obi so de po kokuma se ni de nko buza better particulars o e ko de be because the person is na kenti papa me I don't see me near money ade ontina me na bene wa me ho ya me ne no ye betimi aka asam na kosoro awi a ye beba form ni aka asam ne de akwa be bi because e bi anasam no ka no me ka jo say Mahama Samuel Kase and Kokon Ketenketi Asamono, managing was there. Ghana Fongo Mowe. Ye creating near money, ye bombardier creating more eggs a crana, and Quade Omcos Omunia Diania, Yamfanam to see. Uma Quadano egg back cra, more protein. And when Yazo Bakori and Yibia meat and Azadia, Manakusiabako, or can more protein, or baby. But I mean, because I said, Mahama can inti, Mahama, another me 10 days into no, nothing more can doesn't make sense. I saw Yasama, Quesia Kane, Emi Deba, Emi Yase, Baumia as a Muslim and ABD president from 2025 for Kono. Into a source as a bupa, oh, I got to my Muslim me and Obeguya, sorry, no best enemy. Now said you with the Camilla, Kamapana Camilla, Quenya, AD president. The way I can make clean up exercise, science, sorry, no. Chese obi nim cannot be so ontimi hodu asori bia organ how kum cha so many people and nipa na say ye kwotena se koye adwuma ne say yo say nyo and na wo ahene kasa no o ka say so oji 17,000 na oji 10,000 cedis organa bid upon that and kasa o man ni say papa hey me nua boy bi ho no ma wo say you try say bia obebu obi in a way. Ebia so forth no you don't have a niema na de be na say as say because what try na akopem abroche na obi abeza oba na opem okay good me say me call Ghana December bi no obi o ye teacher ni o kira de we say St. John's secondary school wo ho no atimota ho no ochi uba o de app a ska we nyina kire me the pay a oje as uba no de no e do so chen teaching adwuma na o ye no. Oh, black of now, someone ya idiot, come in your cash, mamma, uba. What's I mean? Car no, or the comma driver, and auto you more sorry. I say, now the car na come a driver. Who we are? Driver need every tree half, no the half about abro. Car tire ne paya, no the about. We are not a jacket car nesi a boss. Who we are? Na say John Mahama na wa bemu na say Chada na wa bemu. No ko catch so many more saying. O mine no, I say. But who say, yeah, my push. It was be push you they call another level. Safo nyina minim say dodo na bebiri wo o mine ba ko kan de bia ban na on ye wanya problem e okruma na mi America abanfo mo bre no minim so bia sorry o de me tese o mo ka ban asem ni ade o don't go and work e o part na honum say bia ye bojo adwuma na wo no me nkoye we lo ke jom do mo wo mkro mo nana no ha grandma no akoda grandma akonyum na akoda grandma living room ba wo watutom afi akwawe no so wa bedu kruma no wo de opa say bojo adwuma na say ye yi a me nkoye na wo abayi obere papa last time bi awo pass no ato me tu car efa hazi nipo mo dap te say suno ni no da dan check or da form wo enchen you be a part of a kruma na e krom crazy da ya e dan ye si de ma abusuafo so obi abenya ba bia da that mindset no so obi abenya ba bia da abroche na ye se enema nyina yi a bibia ye yi no you don't think that way who enena bibia no dan is for sale ya ton ye ko enim life moves on so the papa se be kase be enema yi a ye man no e be yi e na me kura na emra no kura no se mo se mo pese mo ye ne kete kura me ne mo nya adwen so that say who ma de ko dinte ya de mra yiri ya kete wo kura mu twa ho ba bi entwa me kwaje 3 weeks vacation bi so a me ba ya na masa ko to disi emra nim papa na me koya na asa me ba business baby steps e nkakra na
kwara ye be do asi patin
ye be America emra ni because Ghana the same emra na mi ko to mu a basa obi ene wo policy bia o papa o ko South America ba yi ahu Brazil no ni ade no o making money on beaches na ho no na ho no make ska ho o ba ye ho so ye so beach no e ho na manfo timi ko bet se wei e be so de eja wei uni ma de ko dinti o ma ko tena ho no obi e ko bet o se wei be ja ne 9 more ati wei ti wei be so de eja wei e no na mo ye wo ho no na wi a o be man be principal na padafo go and fix that problem no na wi a de say name na baba me da ase
yo kwabra also ye be da ase e say kwabna wi no me so for chumba yo no way okay Bema Benewa, when him say Odo Fana Besoswa, and then there be oh why champon, Katachi first. Katachi. Oh why oh why in Hodia, Bema Benewa, Fafana where the bra.
Yo, Papa with us. Another day, I can't say piano, no, they can't say about I got to know. Is there more winning win? Omon trancha ye no bunya kasa eni nya wini ye na mom ye be wini na Ghana yenyina ye kasa ye pasun bi ne pasun bi na sun wen de wo ho di pasun beju no a na ba bi esese wo de ene ma patu bia no na wo de ato e ultimi di bia to ne kwan mu a
de baba
Kalechi ma be ma bene wa wi why mo wi
Mate.
Okay, all right.
Yenyina ye wo ho a ye friend say ye tie chiri ye hu Ghana asema ye kan bi no. In fact, amamuo enye simple sa amamuo te say even so ye abrante na onware da. Said you wodan mu sitie no. So oware a na se onwo ye a wodan mu se saka kra ba ye different. Ba se oware na owa na wa kwara wo fi ho a wodan mu se sa. Nti wo tinchen ya wo hu mo le mom ya do tra ho a na obehu se ye ma ya politicians no yetima kasa ti o mo besi sa abre ni se wo mo a na ba ye nchen se wo mo fa ma ye no mo ba nso o mo detect problem na ye wo no ka kire ye so mo de ye ba ye ni yi o mo bada bia there nowhere Ghana fo nyina ya ko ben cross wo mo men ko sire papa si masi na o medi ye nso o mo a na ba ye ho se hwe asi masi ya wo di akonwa oni medi enti me ye ni ye na me ba me di we be gu akwan mu na maye oba ya pe no ya de foforo ade ya nipa mpe na saa papa no obeye ono a waka kiro enti eno na se ye bo saa nipa na achi a wozi Ghana fo ye dede do ena Ghana fo o ka so ye bibia na omu ye dede o pe so de ade tu kwan ma o ka so obeye we ya because eno na eno no nana obi ye ena wo ka kiro nso ono no onye ni ye na wo obeye ni na oba ye so wo ye se no na nipa no ye se dokura eto ahye kura no se kwase ade onim se amen nti omo cheka na omu hunu se da bi wo de na da bi ne baaye na omo hunu se sema o ka kire omo no akopɛ kura ni ho ada se woni hu nimdie na emom se woni hu nimdie anka wani kan anka na wanze odi kan ye die na ye bo apaye abro ne bayi enti enhia se ya fe na obi se wo so camera si usu a trupayin no fo me ni na tem wa ehi na hu sa akwala trupayin fo da akwala disrespect pani a wo mu no ho akwala bia di ho na dwuma so otu pani fo pani na se so otu akwala fo se me nua me ba manyini na mahunu we bi pen ma ye we nti wo bai ye ni se no watu no fine ba o pani no de o make behave akwala no dan nani no kwa disrespect that is all this o pani bi ya de no onye ne kwan so na se bi no mo ka me for me nya de ha me da bi aka se be papa se me bana so bi di me papa tema ade ye me ya wom ni se me papa aye nkwase ade na ma akwala afun bi ka se tia no ene ha me enya se bi a ha me se akwala ndi na tem ha me se me papa no mum ade na oye na enye do enti se akofo ade ye me papa na ye de Ghana ma na ya tam de ho man sika nyina ma na wosan ya jebosen a twidi aka ho na wonti mi mfa nya hwe na eniema oka ya Ghana fo nya gidi wo ni moto abama no nya gu ho a esei ye huni nyina eza ade ma no nyina wonti mi mfa nwu akwa munya eno se me be hu na se ye di na tema how say ehame me no how say ehame be kura mponu me intelligence kire me say akofo ado no kura bu me kwase a efi say me ankasa me kasa e bia me to ma no so obe ya de pa oba yesu nya de a o ya de pa enti onu wadada me ankasa so aka ho enti de na eze me ye ese se me mani hunu say me nye kwase a na mom gidie na me gi ne di ye enti za gidie na ma gi na di a ene oba ya o ye de enye no ese me kama ne nti aya munya ma ye tie na so obi kasa tia opani bia mo hwe de opani ne ye kenes uti mopro usted no vale gracias
yo yati vale gracias okay. Yati why mama bere why be dasi why e be dasi papa you any o wa na champion fafana we de bra why fafana we de bra
papa
yanko
papa
karaji
ela ti say bi
oh bibi aye kama fa bibi aye kama fa karaji
bochama me tell be bochama me tell be se bochama kasa ukasa mo atome papa say no won say makunta abekanya sasembe be amafo afo madwene amfa ho makunta aye Joseph na be gini say no wotie adonsem ene evese adom ene inkwashe ensem ni bi otie bi because the last meeting or the last comment or the buyer no ensem a work kan nyinara say empensem we okoso ene nindie na kwam e kan nyina enwo asem na kunta be kan wasem no enwo asem na wan kan bibia akunta kan bibia because one but yet went town no am obi work school na wonim die na wonim nyansa dey dey school ko e no dey ko transfer man na dey certificate na we dey dipa ko school we year one kasa would say ye critical thinking na we should say the adewe first say the to creative be ma be ya na dey so what people say their branch here kan no enu ni ade ba ko because why ne e dey mu kan bi na your man timi anya dey bi je wo obi a je wo bi what the next na bibi so dey kan sem enu wo ye bibi da enu wo dey kan sem dey kan bibie enu obi wo ye bibi da enu wo boni nu wo po enu wo ka so be bibie eni bo bi nu we so mo jina won no a won na be fa na sem se uko interview a So who certificate of point of view? The question said people saying I was so presenting with a one idea was why be that. Now wait me yeah. No what me yama for so quick me saba. So when you be that, I been with me that's what this all baba wonu. Now e bia wo employer na. Wonu ankasa no. Wo bia no na akire no and wo person obi na o person employer obi and o be fa wo sa. Ghana edu baby no na akwa say Akufo no. Ase wo ba onya. Et Ghana for the humo bobro and the two or the top of Akufo. Ghana for a humo bro and the top of Akufo. Anything some more kind in Ghana for said I say okay. Say the TBA fan is because Papa will blame politics. What blame politics now? Your Ghana will blame you. It's young fan who's so idea. Say, man, no cost I be people on him. It's no on me. Now, say, Yamananya, you better know say Yamananya. That's for plenty in us one. Nina swap pan. No Nina swabia. No, it's Nina swabia. Say the Kobe be there. In us walk. No, why you be that logo so yet. I won't see the virtual Munina. I think so. We can be said. Obo. As soon obey coach to crown any day. Want me not yet. Obo on border, and so coach out to perform well. And then no crack. Think now it's say politicians are more Ghana as here, or politicians for so many years. But on performance, no, actually, some more into governance. They do not know more. They cannot perform well. They've never performed well. They have never ever performed well. It is a be back. No, or businessman. Just say, no, we're getting that's what you're BPA. Just want to be done. On your politics done. Oh, I want to kind of food near to say. At least no on your politics done. Or you be a benefit society, a benefit nation. At least what me employ Nipa, and my Nipa Sikadi to Botomo say. At least what your projects are to say, Emma Ekoduko SIF. At least what you know Koduma was so chrono and was set in the separate. Politicians are more Kodumino. Say your politics on by community. And your politics, they don't move team more. I only can play. Open your demand put that. Open be a company be a da. As soon yet two and your 4 when you put up to say, go more politics than not coming with the other put here. What name anything about politics? Bibia Yesha, Bibian, Ofi, and what could be, sir, only not be or business, and it's 50 per annum wedding, or be yes, Cassius or Yeno, or Coshas here, and where again, or yeah, said Yakufo won't sit down to that. Akufo no nse kunya no suda president justice no nse suda obekta so no and no say what you be ka advisors ministers again and no director no and no again just say but no so obugusa o mi se go papa sana mahama so be ye mahama no de kunya ne da onye kunya onye business bia da onye bi da and why MP da why member of why again assemblyman da and ye den and ye den just say and ye den and yet, your provision, business leader Magana, Obama system, no Obia Humatono, and Craig Humatono, education system, Yabasano, near the critical thinkers, critical thinking, up into education. So the young Quadratino, you more Bimba, so about as a presidential candidate. No mechanics are some, no Ghanaians in 20,000 who say, and so all can be to avoid. The Sunny Pan was here to Mano, because we are not thinking, we are not thinkers. Yet it's one of the area. The political party and yet one when they follow idea blindly, just like that. Yet one never can just say 1 million constituency. And yet Mimi says I did my dear need that papa. Go through your archives. My dear need that say I did papa cano. He can never ever do it. I did your kind maybe I could already say these people, their liars, they can never do it. They are in to steal. As long as Kenya never voted for them. I never voted for them. I knew said we're liars. Now, Obiaba, no Kenyans are same. No man who say any kind of phobia who say a branch in his work. Oh, cannot. I you don't worker. Every must say, oh, school, and no school, and what you come for. But yet to come out of the Kuma in our bone. Education in the air. Yet to come on the Kuno, or bit you on Muna, oh, yes, getting nano. Oh, Mamma school. What are they doing about it? Oh, now, no, these same people are trying to campaign for the other party. Say the other party should come in. Say the ombudsman maybe. But some of us, no, that's not say. I'm young who say no. That part, they is the same. It's a carbon copy. The same person whatsoever. Oba ombe yefoko. You may be any nano. Omun timi ebe again. Obi you may come be any nano. Ome tu be biantu. Womo so be you mo de no moko. Then yen ya mo be chire yen. Me o wine. Me na mo be so achire me. Me am to me say me person me ba to kwa ba botire abe what will asa ama me ba ama na brabo na me fight say me ko we o man Ghana no aye wo ejapade ye wo gudie ye wo bibi bie beto ma ye no sa de no me fight na lead the papa o crowd visit papa beto ye bibi papa ama o man Ghana no wo mra da me ba no 2022 years wo university a wo ti be nye papa papa wo me to the papa wa ano I'm not like can papa I want to come and invest properly in Ghana. I want that thing for myself. Why would I have to? Papa, I'm just getting boiling. I can't even believe this. I'm just boiling. Sir. You can't get me what the papa. I didn't teach me what the papa. I didn't know. You go school. You teach me. Yansana. You go school. Kusiana. I before go school. Kusiana. Yansano. I want you mukono. You muko yeno. I teach. She abaye ko to. She abaye ko to America. America for 2 years. Donald Trump, and them say Donald Trump, the fish for them America, any policies for them America, against America for 2 months, against America for 2 months, Donald Trump, policies for them go on, the American citizens know, they thought it wise there, these policies know, and then they go you quick, you couldn't buy, and then they bet to them because one and cyber and it's not the indigenous citizens of America, no, they stood up to vote for that change to come, yet it's the air concert, yeah, that do. Papa, concert, yeah, that do. I'm telling you, I think say, Kete, and I say, Bois, and I say, Homo War, Garina, Yediano, a team for the Papa Mia Tuana. And I didn't get a higher now. Papa, when I go out now, I get like say, I go away to school, Conny office or tea. It won't who say, won't live Kwana. Sometimes I ask myself, say, I didn't call him Yansana. Baby, I never call him Yansa. I think say, Oma planted before you. I think say the politicians, system not plenty people want to not to say something good for ourselves. And almost they want us to struggle. They want us to papa, live up briefly and promise your problem, and live up briefly and problem with papa. Let's tell you because the issue. The breast we will call what to us, will bread, no one nature, no what do, nature, krata, no pray, no just come krata, because you want to be a citizen of a certain country. Said you have my system because so one just has the citizenship now. What you call your home, it's in the church now. Could try 18,000, 20,000, 25,000. Never could you kata. And well, you know, say such kind of piano. At the end of the day, if you're not lucky now, even calling with me, maybe could walk him. Because why is just your strength on something I want me? And it's and then Donald Trump, yeah, walk open. Just before you are just before you are put they are young, Papa, and you're young, even the visionary leaders at the South Dubai. Woman, Dubai, no man enough fancy yet, why would you even panic? Say, Donald Trump, John Walker said, illegal immigrants said that like aliens, no, they have to find their way and go to the country in 6 months' time. If you are caught, you do not enter in America, you do not enter into America for 20 years. Someone make it and you put somewhere time. Papa, I'm time. Papa, I did that time. I told you my one test, okay, can you hear me? Papa, I can you. Just you were dashing. Just you were yes, Nipa. I'll go for no more. It's yes, you mean anything. Next week, ye. Said yes, you better to be comfortable. Who would tell you how your culture, open your mammy, who you are with my stream, you're gonna be missing because I'm a slam with my Kuba, bet me family, baby, just feel crazy, come up very fair, no maniaci. So the mission, my wife, young could be banned to come and say, maybe a minimum, but this is my stuff platform because a no matter who are to my and what you have, you never have to be happy with that system. No? You have the beautiful system, you just need a leadership. Leadership never able to papa didn't never see a chair on. Didn't also go to Obama's that two political parties or maybe for so many years. I didn't also to Obama one. Didn't they actually for 30 years and over now. They not do to political parties from Mayama Ghana. And what's the war? You can be bold. What they are doing, and then they do to coin free Ghana. And you come with say, and you and I say, and you didn't do to coin free Ghana. And you now government depend on what to go. And yet, everything this year. And I'm young who say, and now what's it to coin? Because you took away, you never was. It's what they're free. These two political parties. Oh, my yes, I want to say, see, you don't took on your company, you want attack a kind of people for a bar. Yes, it's like you talk about myself for a I didn't hear I didn't hire. Let me just yet. Young call, Papa, young call. It's no bar. You make can't say any higher. You must be said, Jenny Hayentia, because it seems to me say, yeah, one brother. You dear one brought too much. Who called you, Papa? Who called you? But they don't respect you.
Your radio.
What are you still doing here? They ask you, say, why are you still here? Illegal immigrant. It's like you know on the ball. It's like we don't now buy no count. Meanwhile, you just want to survive. And they're telling you this. Meanwhile, who him say, Sanka system, yeah, I can't get the wound system for system. So we walk in for big dot to someone is in us. And we'll cover some touch down. Then it says we need to win that time. Papa, what because I'm a one might teach too much.
Yo, Karachi, Anna Montene Kano, I chose to allow him to flow. Now, so cry,
something's little. Have you seen the video? One girl, I don't know whether she's a Nigerian or Ghanaian. Papa Smiley, this girl came here not quite long and she went to work in the warehouse. Charlie, this girl was crying uncontrollably. She said she was feeling cold. The work was difficult. It's very sad. This is recent, you. I'll send you the video.
What? You see, this life is forever teaching us, and we are forever students of this life. We may make some turns. It may not end up the way that we want, but we just have to put ourselves together, learn from it, and move on. Right? It is a video no.
Charlie, the one they try to console the girl, the boy, it's very sad. Do you understand?
Okay. Ode yati. Yan fancy ya. Owa hana fa ya wi a yan fancy ya ne yampon. 8 na so abo pepe.
So why you?
Na nan kan be so owa hena obo mpa so owa hena oka ayi hu a blaze for no homebo a. Owa hena so oka blaze for no homebo a.
Oh papa, me come hopa.
Any bompire me yampon, bompire.
Me do as a party be the teaching my bedu on meeting me jam. Say na make us and say make us say mukomo no muko ye komo de. Ye komo de. Et tout de baby jam.
Okay.
It's not more said ye be ye could more de. Papa.
You yati why? It was the pa. Ye be say mu ye de. Esense. Ye be say mu ye de esense. Enti ye beda obi bia ase. Na onso a wote kire onum eti adwumane no onso ye dawase. Nana ye free flow Tuesday. Enti we've come express our views. We've come to express our views on so many issues. Yama ye ho assignment nkiti bi. Natibongo agene de ana eyinso agene de abi enso agene de mnim sabe be research no more no de aba nyame adma o chana ye wukwada questions and answers version of Bamasu midini yazisa na no ane Papa Smiley jimadi hu chiama until we come again tomorrow and yeah the American nyina say baba.
When do you want us to submit this assignment tomorrow?
Obetimi do the abechna why fa the abechna why
okay
why fa the abechna okay. Why so what the more of the parameters na meboa.
Well, whatever you want, what dimension you want to add.
Yours is more to do with more of the parameters, no, right? After that, and then we are now what specializing in one area as well. So the bar no. Why they be? What
Pascal, you know my area already.
Oh, it's any over economy, no. So, over economy, no. Why? Into watching any sir. Why? Now say me producers know I have into Namyard much. I have to us. Bye.